waiting for the announcement to go out. There we go. Give me 1 second. Let me get my screens over here up so I can see. Good. There we are. Let me get my URL for the stream into the Discord. And we will get started. That'll give some time for everyone who wants to chill with a brother, to chill out with a brother while I do my work for the day. There's the Discord. Let's get that in here. Boom. And disable this and put this over here so everybody can see it. All right, and just go back here and chill out for a quick second and just wait for a while. Just give me a moment. It's going to give some people some time to get up into the stream before I get started. Hope everyone had a safe weekend. Yeah, as y'all saw, I was working. If you're in the Discord, you did. I worked this weekend regardless. It's gonna give people just a few more seconds to get in here. And then we're going to get rolling. Let me scroll up. Let's start right about. We'll start with the last conversation, our last talk. And then also, let's put the title screen back up. Okay. All right. I think we're just going to go ahead and get started. I see we've got some people. What's going on, everyone? How's everyone doing? My name is J Tragic Jeffrey. Welcome to CryptoPlunder Live. This is Toxic Thoughts. I do my work online. I do it live. And what I do is I focus on what I need to do as a strategy officer of ToxicHustle. It's to kind of look at the landscape and then begin to make decisions. Now, because we are in a Bitcoin cycle, my decisions are based on this cycle for Bitcoin. So a lot of our business decisions are going to be based in crypto because not only does this cycle only happen X amount of years, the next time the cycle comes around is 2024 through 2027 is the next cycle. And it may be the last major Bitcoin cycle that controls the market. Right, we'll see. My job is to look at crypto, look at the landscape of it, and make decisions for the company that makes sense, right? So not just looking at crypto as everybody else you'll see as the online on YouTube. Like, I'm not here to be a YouTuber. I'm here to, because it's a platform that allows me to stream easy, I'm able to at least show y'all in real time what I'm seeing, when I'm seeing it, and why I make the decisions I make. Just to kind of demystify this crypto thing, because I think we treat crypto like it's some new thing. It's just another avenue. And my girl is good for trying to help me structure that. Like she really helps me with it because I'm also explaining it to her because she went through the cycle with me last time, but she's more in, this is like really her first cycle as an investor. Kind of like she was with me in the last cycle, but it was so new, I really couldn't explain it to her. And then it was so new in my mind, I should say. It wasn't new. Because the concept of cryptocurrencies is just a concept of servers. That's it. It's a concept of understanding that we're dealing with digital real estate. It's digital real estate. We just never understood that. I've understood it, which is why I so heartedly run into this thing, not blind. It's just I've seen the land grabs happen. When I first got on the internet, the first land grab was .coms. You would buy a .com or a .net. You'd buy the company's .coms because then if the company comes around, if a new company comes out and didn't have their website first, you'd own it. And when they came a knocking to get their domain name, you'd sell it to them at a premium price. Or you would try to get buzz of something that's coming out, like Grand Theft Auto. You would buy the Grand Theft Auto domains and hold them, hoping that when version 1, 2, 4, 5 would come out, they'd be holding it and they would come to them and say, hey, I want that. Okay, $100,000. Right? So that right there is digital real estate. That's just the domain names, right? Digital real estate was also, for me, if you went back to the MySpace days, those that you were around on MySpace, I treated MySpace like digital real estate. What I realized was every single person had a MySpace layout on their site. Everybody's MySpace layout, typically you would just copy the code and throw it on your MySpace, on the back end of your MySpace. It would just overwrite the code of the site and give you the style and design and the images from the layout that you liked, right? What people would do is they would be so lazy, they'd never change out the links. So in the bottom, you could have links pointing to whatever you wanted. So what I would do is I would point links. I made a domain. I made a MySpace layout site. I put hot layouts out there that would took my designs, my skill, made layouts. But what I wanted was I wanted real estate. I wanted people to copy the code easy. I wanted people to post it on their pages, and I would have all those links pointing back to the Toxic Hustle site. On that page, I would have a video playing of some music, and on there, because it would be on autoplay, would increase my plays and give me visibility. So it was a twofer where I was increasing my plays, and if a person liked the song, maybe they would stream it. So that's how I was able to get my MySpace plays up, was because I was using the MySpace layout site to generate extra streams, bringing more visibility to my artist page. Then as I was getting ready to build a business to be able to sell that business model to other people on MySpace, Facebook came and destroyed MySpace. And MySpace took away zip codes. And the minute they took away zip codes, I was like, oh, that's going to ruin the whole reason why people were trying to market on your site in the first place. The minute they took away zip codes, I could no longer target a zip code to try to promote in a zone that I wanted to do a show at. Something as simple as that. They didn't get that was the death knell. Getting rid of the zip codes was what killed MySpace. Its whole purpose was the fact that you could network with anybody, anywhere. If people were willing to give up their zip codes, they put it in the system for that to happen. Because they wanted to target events in their area. But then we had to go to Facebook, and I knew exactly what Facebook was. And I was like, oh, they're going to put advertising. They're going to lock this up. I don't want to pay for this shit. So I never got into Facebook. I still haven't. Also with Twitter, I'm like, well, there's no neighborhood thing for me. So, I got in there thinking maybe Twitter was going to be the next MySpace. Nope. Oh, no way for me to target unless I pay you. Forget it. If that's the case, then it doesn't matter what digital property I'm on if the zip codes don't matter, if locality doesn't matter. So I went at my business different because I was like, well, locality must not matter anymore. The reason why I kept this screen up while I've been discussing the internet is I want you to also understand I'm talking about locality in physical space. There's a new monopoly beginning. Whether you see it or not, there's a new game of Monopoly happening. It's been happening. It's a digital land grab, but they're not telling you that. Of course not, because they want to rent it. I was about to say sell it to you, but no. The goal is they understand they don't want to sell another piece of property again. And they're not going to, which is why the big companies are buying up land. They understand why. See, America is slow. Our captors have been real prideful and have been sipping on their own Kool-Aid for so long they believe their own crap doesn't smell anymore. See, the thing is that nobody has respect for this land grab anymore. At least this one, the people that did the land grab. They've basically lost their power and they look batshit crazy. I don't have to do nothing. Like, see, that's the thing. We don't have to get into a militant stance. Rome is falling. Regardless if you see it or not, Rome is falling. Babylon the Great has become the habitation of devils, right? And the world looks at Babylon and says, oh, how the mighty has fallen, right? I'm not here to preach. I'm just saying, you got to understand that certain things are outside the scope of your understanding and certain things are inside the scope of your understanding. If they're inside the scope, then understand that this has always been a land thing. Just is. This has always been about property and one species' feeling of inadequacy. At the dominant titles of the time. I see titles, right? Because that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with not race. We're dealing with titles. If it's us doing it to us, which is what it is, it's us doing it to us, then we have to realize that we can continue to play the BS games of what they want us to believe is important, or we shift importance to what is important. How do I pay my bills tomorrow? Do I trust the system at hand in what it tells me, or do I realize that the money is moving? It's moved, really. And the sad ish is they're not even moving it for their for what they call boomers. Most people that are in my mother's age group do not understand that their finances are being dwindled away and are primed for destruction. These companies can't move in some large masses of cash of the regular people's money in the market. They can't move it because to move that money would shift the market at scale. So the only people they can move fractionally out of the market are, their most high net worth assets. So what is the banks doing? What have I shown you for the last few weeks? We've gone through it, haven't we? Here, let's go through it. Let's go through the fact that I've shown you that there's no jobs. It hasn't been in 10 years since Occupy Wall Street. The banks are having your money disappear on you. Billionaires are running into this market as far as crypto. Music industry is changing. Data is the new oil. Applications, corporations, and applications are changing. And I'm even seeing news on this, that DAOs are now becoming the core new business model. I told you that already a month ago. I know what the hell I'm talking about, and it's not me being cocky. It's the fact that I have no choice but to know, or I'm not the strategy officer of this company. It means I have no sound strategy. It means I should not be in charge of the strategy of the company. And as such, then I shouldn't be in strategy of my own coffers, because my own coffers are tied to the company. Right? I have skin in the game. I can't believe this because I need to. No, I have no choice but to believe it. Right? I have no choice. Because from what I see business-wise, if we look at the landscape of where business has been going over the last few years, like, you notice it isn't going overseas, right? Because of all this negative sentiment towards China. I told you this is a power play. I've been warning you that this is really one big, huge new Cold War called who's got the most processing power. China shot the first salve or salve or valve or whatever over the barrels. Like nobody understands that they have bought internationally more property than any other country. In the United Kingdom, properties are so high that nobody can buy anymore. Why do you think these corporations are now scrambling to buy up the land and not sell it? Why do you think everybody's talking about, I'll buy your ugly house? Give me your ugly house. Because they understand now. You see, we've always been the cleanup crew. Always been the cleanup crew. And that's never going to change. But the difference is, do you realize who you are? At the end of the day, do you realize what you used to control? What you used to manifest for yourself? If you don't, let me remind you, you used to run a place called Black Wall Street until it was burnt the hell down. I do not say that in anger. I say that as just fact. So what do you do with that knowledge? It isn't enough for me to just know it. And what does it prove or do for me to be angry about the fact that it happened? How many times did it happen? And how many more times will it happen? Right? Because we're still underneath the same POW situation. So I have to look at this in a corporate capacity, right? What is important in this country? Corporations are. Don't care how you feel about it. Lineage is always placed at the heraldcy, right? People had coats of arms. You flew your coats of arms. You planned for your estate. You had estate planning, and you had a coat of arms, and you had a living trust, a business you locked your properties under. Let's stop playing. Come on. Why are we acting like the need for us to get our 40 acres of and whatever stupid crap that they want to believe what we're supposed to have? Like, no, you don't understand. It was a land grab. You were already here. They didn't ship you in. They shipped you around. Now, get over it. Let's move on. We have other things to do, like create an economy. We have businesses to run again. Like, do you see the shift? All you have to do is just shift. The shift in your mind state. Just switch. Oh, I used to run this. I used to do that. Oh, we were kings like this. Oh, we had all this. 3 a.m. room. Get your weight up and get in there and read the books. Inside the Discord. Link in the description. Musical Geniuses. We literally know who we are. We're beginning to. I put some passages on a book that I'm reading right now. In fact, I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share a book with you. It's in the public library right now. Because, you know, they say the best place to hide things from people, especially my people, is in a book, right? Give me one moment. Where did I close that? I may have. Hold on. Let me get it back open. I just got to get the title of the book again. One World Tartaria. That's it. So let me go back to my screen so I can take a look at you and then come back over here. And let me open this up to a new window and put One World. Oops. Oops, damn you. R. LT. Here it is. One World Tartarians. The One World Tartarians, color edition, right? The greatest civilization ever to be erased from history. Tartaria. Y'all need to really look into who the Tartarians were. if you want to believe in, if you really want to study a good, truthful based archive. I don't like to say his story or history. It's really his story. I don't want to deal with his story. I want to see what information is out there and make a decision. I can't say truth because I don't know what truth is, right? They can keep shifting time. So they can't stop it, but they can shift it around. So I just have an overall arcing story, right? That there was a set of people, an old world, and a new world got placed on top of it. So who were the people in the old world? And see if whether or not the people in the old world look similar to your cousins. That's all I'm saying. So, yep, definitely, if you're looking for the actual book, like I said, if you just type in the One World Tartarians, just that alone, new V, yep, the One World Tartarians. If you just put that in Google, you'll see an Amazon book. And then you go down, you'll see archive.org. The One World Tartarians. So you can read it right there. And once you open that, if you scroll down, you'll actually see that you can download a PDF version right there. So you can download the PDF version of it and read it. I'm still reading it, and just this paragraph alone blew my mind. Yes, including Egypt, Atlanta, because Egypt is global Blackamoor civilization. The Americas is old Egypt, Tamari, land of the Murs, land of Maryland, because of the ancient Egyptian god Ptah, deity, yes, Ptah, Judah, Ptah, Uta, Judah, is from the Americas, known as Ptah or Utah, Judah territory. That right there killed me. So Moorish has two meanings related to the navigation skills. Oh, pirates, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant ship. That's what Bob Marley said, right? Not poachers or trappers. He said pirates. That means his people must have been on the waters. Caribbean folk were on the waters. Yes, because Caribbean folks were pirates of the Caribbean. Right? Pirates of the Caribbean. So the Caribbean pirates. Yeah, so all people were pirates. That's why there was a lot of flags, corporate flags, business flags that are still flying. There was something called parlay where you would be able to have peace in a center, parlay. They used it inside the movie. I put that in 3 a.m. room, that they were using parlay. And now we have Parliament in the UK, a place where they have peace to do talks amongst pirates, right? And then you change the name here in America, we called it Congress, where they could congress amongst themselves, right? But they were still pirates. Dark-skinned people, maroons, brownish, or even black people. This brings me to the ancient Phoenicians. Dark skin, but even black people. I don't want to focus on this, but they want to, how did the black people fall in such an unfortunate disgrace worldwide? Why are dark-skinned people, why are they tearing down all these dark-skinned statues all over the world? Okay, that's all. I'm just saying. I don't get mad at it. It's been written. We know. It's like Nas said, it was written. There was a reason why a certain people basically got everything taken away from them. And they're shunned everywhere, and their land is taken, and everywhere they go, it's hell for them. I'm gonna take them in Deuteronomy and ship them across the waters. Your children are gonna be taken away from you without the strength of hand to hold them. You're gonna be enslaved. There's gonna be a 400-year narrative on you're in captivity. You're going to be encaptured, in bondage, in Egypt, conflict. Again, that's the word, what it comes from, under bondage, conflict. You're going to be put under conflict again. That's what it means. The word that they use in the scripture. So look, we can deal with the fact that we as a certain people have gotten the unfair end of a stick. And but at the end of the day, what does that mean? It doesn't matter if you don't understand an economy. None of that effing matters. What does it matter if you know who the hell you are if you can't even be a king? If you can't even be a noble, if you can't even be a strong black individual or brown individual or any shades of brown individual, because it doesn't matter about shade at this point. We can get into those games all day, but then realize you're just, again, running the narrative of chasing your own tail. You know, Ouroboros. The infinite dragon eating its own tail. Infinity of bullshit. We don't play infinity of bullshit. We play strategy. Long term, 5 years. What does it profit me? Right? To lose your soul for the world. Now, I don't need the world. I just need to be able to pay my bills, give unto Caesar's what Caesar's, and keep my ass out of the way. How do I do that? I have to look at where economy is, finances are, because as I've shown, we were bankers way before Black Wall Street. We've been bankers for millennia. We've been in finances for millennia. We taught the old schools. All right, so what? Moors didn't call themselves Moors. They just did their craft. They just did their damn work. They worked their businesses. I'm working mine. How are you working yours, Traj? I'm going to show you how I'm working mine. Didn't I tell y'all there was a dip coming? Didn't I warn you that this was going to happen? Go back in my videos. I did. Back before this date, in one of my long-ass videos, I warned you this dip was coming. And I put on the 6th, I just wanted to date this one. 6/21, June 21st. I said between the 4th and the 12th week, this is the week of the 4th of July. Here's the week of the 12th, right here. There would be a dip. And we're still waiting for that to go all the way down. I'm still waiting, but it's signaled already. And they've signaled on the back end. So I've already seen that there's a signal. And then we called this shit. And I showed you there's a run coming. I know it. And there's another dip right before we go on to our next run. Like I told you, November is the end of this cycle. I don't get gassed on the other crap. I can't. I got business to run. That's why I don't do all the other crypto talk. I'm not a crypto guy. I'm a guy that happens to know crypto enough to do business in it now because I've worked the internet already. I've done the internet game. I know how to make a zip file and make money from it. I know I can duplicate that over and over and over again. All right, that's great. The next database is a graph database. It's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Those databases, what makes those things successful, are coming to everybody now. You'll have your own graph of your own data because it ain't about having a website no more, y'all. Those days is done. Having a site to put something up to say, hey, this is about us and here's what we do, that don't matter no more. What are you doing? How do you benefit my business? Oh, you don't? I'm out. Like for me, we're building a media company because we're building a different type of media company. We realize we can't even be a media company. Why? The people we need to create media, we want to be able to market people that have shows, people that have music, people that have art, people. We want to do all of that, right? But then we realize, well, damn, where will we be able to make money for our people that we want to market? Well, there's no place to do that unless we're paying Facebook, Google, Amazon. Nah, man, that's not a business. Because at any given time, can't they turn off my ads? Can't they reduce my ads? Can't they play favorites? Nah, man, I'm not playing that game. Like that just seems like a dummy mission for me. So then why play it? Why waste the money? And I've done it from my clients. I've done it from my girl. Like I've dumped money on advertising to promote. I've dumped thousands of dollars on that before even pandemic, to push things forward. It does not matter. You're always going to be skewed against who's willing to pay more for the keyword or the click or the view, right? You're always in a dummy mission. You don't control anything. You're just under illusion until they shift the game again. And since they control the advertising game, you're not really in control of it. Just like I used to do Amazon. I used to sell on Amazon, and I said, this is stupid. I don't have a business. They have the business. At any damn time that I want to build a product, get it from China, manufacture it, bring it here, they can manufacture the same damn product cheaper than me and then compete with me with a competitive product against me. And have all the data sets from all the sales of what's not working, all the reviews, to be able to fix their product and make themselves look good using data, AWS, to be the competitive edge. And they've done that. And I was watching that happen. I was like, yo, this is a dummy mission. So all these Amazon people who are now quitting Amazon, I laugh. Because they made all these courses telling all these people to get into this thing when it was already done. It was washed. Just like when my teacher quit, when SEO, when he quit, when Google went AI. He said, okay, they have artificial intelligence, it's over. Even though it's not completely artificial intelligence, every single person is going to have their own version of the internet. Nobody's going to ever see the internet like this again, the same. And when that changed the entire landscape of business. So now, as a business, how do you earn revenue? Are you reliant only on customers? Is that your only stream of revenue? If that's your only stream of revenue, then you have a bad business. If it's just you doing service work, that's a bad business. Because what happens if you need a day off? What happens if you get sick? You're just 1 month off from losing it all, right? If you're if you're an independent person, you may only have this month's revenue in your pocket. That is the life of an entrepreneur. Those are the strategies we've got to wield. Those are the ideals we have to have, or we fail for our future. So I know this game is manipulated. I ride the water as best as I can to make sure that the business decisions I make have some type of sound moral compass. Like, hey, if I know we're in the midst of a halvening cycle, this happens every X amount of years, and every single time it happens, we go through an amazing run, and then we go into this long-ass cool-off period. The next cool-off period is where I'm going to build my business. My new life is in this little gap. This huge gap, not a little gap. It's like a 2-year zone. The cold crypto winter. So I tell you, there are seasonal dips, and when they don't happen, it signals pumps. And we've had pumps. We also have some signals that are going to lead us. These signals are going to lead us to the largest run of this season. Period. Point blank. And I've already given you my estimates. Already done. Called this shot already. 6:30, 6:14. Even though these were in way before this time. I just put a date on it from the video that I was working on just to say I called the shot. just by validating. This is the date I validated the numbers. So 6:30 is me saying I'm calling what my high potential estimate for this cycle is. I'm going to be out at 100K in November. I'm out. I'm going into USDC, and then I'm going to wait for the market to correct like it does every single cycle. The market's going to correct down. It's going to correct back to pretty much the place where we're at right about now. Either here, and then it'll come back down to here, and then I'll buy everything. I'll actually start buying back when we hit this zone. That's my side. And why not? Buy low, sell high. It's not my damn job to do anything but make sure that I tell the people that happen to want to even get information from what I'm doing that I at least give you some value. This is the play I'm playing because it's the one that I've seen play out over the cycles of the halvening. And I'm just going to go that since the halvening introduced a repetitive situation where Bitcoin loses, you don't make as much Bitcoin the next cycle as you did the cycle prior to. So every single cycle, if you look, again, I'll explain why this is why Bitcoin plays a bit differently, is that every single time a halvening happens, what was made? People used to make 50 BTC. They now then, in this 2012, made 25 BTC per block. Then it dropped again in 2016, right? That's when the next cycle happened. That next cycle went from $25 to $12 that you'll make per block. Then the next halvening happened. They went from making that $12.5 to $6.25 per block. You see what I'm saying? How much you make per Bitcoin's going down because every cycle, how much Bitcoin is worth will go up because there's still only 21 million. Get it? That's why this fee gets reduced, because even earning 1 Bitcoin, by the time it becomes like 500,000, it would still be worth the miner's time and energy to buy more equipment to get the lower rates, to be more efficient every single cycle. Bitcoin is forcing people to be efficient every 3 years. It's in the programming. Get it? People have to reinvest, y'all. The last hardware ain't gonna cut it, so they gotta reinvest. Hence the halvening cycles. Smart people planned this out. It's called an economy. It's a baseline idea to an economy. Don't care how we feel about it. Somebody figured it out. And it's a great model for how you can generate your own acumen of revenue. And now that the system will continue to go up in price as more and more people buy into it because it's still scarce and it's still energy. It is energy. How many people are transacting on the system to buy other things with the core currency? Or are they holding it because they know it's scarce? Now that we have USDC, USDT, well, we'll just trade in that and just keep our Bitcoin. See? There's a new business model forming that where Bitcoin is now being held more, and all the other coins like the stable coins are just now being used more as the medium of exchange, the base pair. Bitcoin's no longer the universal. It has the base pair, but you know what now has the base pair and damn near everything? Some type of stable coin. And now you can use that stable coin as your base pair and hold your Bitcoin. and I have to use it to make the other trades. I can now keep my Bitcoin where it is, store it in cold storage for the company, excuse me, and I can go ahead and use US dollar tether or US dollar coin, USDT, USDC, to make my pair choices and buy into those pairs and even earn interest on holding those by doing trades with the robots, like the Bitsgap robot, which we'll go into real fast. Right? Market's been crappy. Our Coinbase has done 7%. Coinbase, our lowest robots that we have running, has done 7% through its entire market. We just let it run. Let's go to the bottom one. 14% gain, 19% profit, 2% gain, 4% profit, 3% gain, 3.05, 3.37% profit, 0.61% gain, 4% profit. Y'all get it now? Do you get it, financiers, investment bankers, fund managers? Manage funds. Manage your funds. Become your own fund manager. Be your own investment manager for your own business. Earn a percentage, make it consistent. Right? Let's go to the high risk portfolio. Right? Let's go here. This is our Kucoin. Link in the description for both of the exchanges that we're working on. Link to the description to how to use sentiment charting and how to get your Bitsgap bot set up. Get your bot set up. This one's doing 12%. And look how much. We're not doing much. Like, I just wanted to show you it's possible. And some of these, again, $20 are in a pair. 20. So don't tell me you can't do this crap. Now, yes, this thing costs money. That's why you should make sure you have enough. You got to pad that out, because the smaller this is, you're not going to make enough unless you're in a bull run. In the negative run, you're not making enough. In a slight bull run, these things do well. So you should have at least $2,000 trading on your bot to justify the cost of what it expends out, which is $120 per month that you can pay in crypto. And if you want to, you can prepay in crypto a full year, basically racking up all your points all year and not having to pay monthly, right? That's if you want to go that route. I just like my percentages. Again, when crypto winter comes in, y'all, when we go from, this is 2017, 2018, December 2017, when it crashed, February, April timeline, you've got now, this is 2018, right? 2018, 2019, 2020, and then you had a halvening event. You see how long that goes? That's going to happen again until the next halvening cycle, till there's more investment. This cycle is the cycle you got to do the hard work in crypto. This is when you're a crypto business. That's what we're doing. We're preparing ourselves to be a crypto business next year. We're going to be in this blockchain, in as a business, and that is why it is on our webpage, because we will be either working as a database that works off of it, and our data is managed by smaller machines, or we'll be an app running on it and on the data, and we earning small percentages for us being able to be the insight to more businesses who are working on chain. Being an on-chain business is going to be the coin term. Yeah, old world orphans. Like this, they're leaving their population to be dropped. Like, they do not care. They care only about their guap, man. And it's the same dirty Moors, the same dirty Masons, same dirty Illuminated, same dirty scheme. right? Same. It's the same hustle. It's the same enlightened ones, like from back in the day. It's the same old serpent, right? Same old. Think they got knowledge, and that knowledge ain't light. While we just lived in light and weren't even bothered about that shit. And we were doing our technology and our arts and our sciences, not worried about that shit. People just coveted shit. All right. So we just gotta be more slick about this shit now. It's just gotta be about the business. Right? It ain't personal, right? I'm gonna come at you with the same intensity, yo. Look, this ain't war, homeboy. Nah. Because y'all got guns, man. I'm a military person, y'all. I was in the Marines. Hoorah, you know what I'm saying? You know, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, then I found out what happened to a certain set of people, and then I realized that I was in the establishment that basically was used as a militia to crush my people. Like, yo, that sits on my soul. That sits on my soul. So I got to look at it a little bit different, because I was still treated like a piece of crap within the organization. And where I wasn't treated like a piece of crap, when I went out in town to go buy myself a mink blanket, and an old Japanese woman, through the translation of her granddaughter, was touching my face, talking about kawaii. And because of me trying to be a pimp, I knew kawaii meant cute in Japan. So I learned enough Japanese to try to pimp game. So I knew it meant cute. That's why I say, oh, kawaii is how I tell, I'm not proud, but that's what you do. Right? When you're trying to be pimpish. I was young. Don't judge me. But when she touched my face and told me I was beautiful, I was like, what? I was like, she's like, cute. I said, what? I looked at her granddaughter and said, what is she saying? What's cute? She's like, no. She's saying that your skin is beautiful. Your skin is the first skin. All other skins come from your skin. Do you know how much that punched like joy in my heart? I didn't even know that about myself at the time. I wasn't no woke dude. At the time, I was gangbanging in the military. That's where I picked up gangbanging. That's the crazy-ish, right? Because back in the day, that was what you had to do, right? Because they knew they were going to war, so they told my homeboys, they were like, yo, either go to jail or, go fight. And they were like, well, shoot, I can get to shoot people? All right, I'll go out there. I'm doing it out here anyway. Shoot. That's the gangbangers I met in the military. Cats that were just shooting anyway. And now we're just mercenaries. See how they do us? And then they spit us the hell out. I felt more, when I walked back on base, was the first time I understood what had happened to me. To us. That I understood what I was. I didn't feel more lowly than walking back on base. I felt my enslavement. It was visceral by then. Because every time I walked out in town and every time I walked in that woman's shop, I saw true, unadulterated joy in her eyes, as if one of her own had come back home. And that wasn't the only thing. It wasn't an old woman that did the final straw nail that I understood I was a freaking has-been. It was when Hiroshima, they have what they call the Friendship Day. And it's when the bomb is dropped on Hiro, right? When they blew up a bunch of mosques, or really one mosque in particular. That was there. And I was walking down the street. I had nothing, again, did not know nothing about this. Thank you, MG, for the information, man. I knew nothing about none of this stuff. Like, everything I'm telling y'all is only from the last year of me being around the tribe. That's why I'm only talking to y'all. And if anybody else sees it, welcome. Join the tribe. You know what I mean? Like, It's like his information changed everything. And I disappeared trying to figure out, well, what the hell am I going to do with this? Holy crap. Everything I know, the reason why I was in school getting in trouble all the time, I told my mom, I was like, I would, like, my ADD and OCD was like horrible, man. And it's because of all the chemicals I was ingesting, right? And I realize that now because having cleaned up and I'm starting to get into Dr. Sebi's info about, thankfully, my girl's been making CMOS and getting a brother back into shape, man, that my brain is not as bad. You notice like my videos are more, I guess, restrained. It's because I'm not as like all over the places. I'm not as, I mean, I'm still eating bad, y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I mean, we're working on that now. It's just so hard because we're trying to survive an analog economy collapse. She's in catering. Like, come on. First line of everything falling to pieces. And I'm in web, and yes, I'm online, but all of my customers, all my venture capital customers, drying out. And then the venture capital firm is like, yo, we made X amount of commissions with you. We need that money. I'm like, that went to my bills, right? Some of those projects were like months on end. Like, it was supposed to be a 3-month project. I only made $3,000. And then my bills are like X amount per month, like way above that. And I got that one client from you and you ate up X amount of my hours. Like, yo, like you ate up way more hours than we billed. And it's just not lucrative enough for me to keep working with you. Like, I literally told them at the beginning of this year, I got to stop. I'm not taking on any more clients. I got to reevaluate my entire business model because working with clients don't work no more. Analog don't work. And this is with venture capital firms. And he was getting $1 million clients. Like, I'm not even trying to be cute and glamorous with it, as MG says. Like, I was literally like, that's the reason why I stopped making music. Like, I stopped working on beats and working on music. Because I was like, why? If I could pull $3,000 or $4,000 on a project in a month, like, nah, I can make my rent in 1 gig. But that didn't pan out. And then I ended up having to work with my baby, which was fine. I had to humble myself because now I'm a manager. So I go from being a boss to now being a manager. And you got to eat humble pie with that, man. But I still did that with utmost respect because I respected a black woman's business. Period. Regardless of whose it belonged to. So I'm going to do the right thing as a manager. She trusted me as a manager to her company. I'm going to take ownership of it as I would anybody else. And I did. While I tried to figure out when that, the whole crypto run had died, I'm sitting there going like, what's my next fucking move? Because I'm done. Like, I got nothing. This crypto thing is dead and I can't talk about this dead thing. I can't kick this. There's nothing yet. There's nothing practical for me to build on yet. All the while, everything in development was dying and going into automation. So, and I'm going to give you exactly what's going to crush everybody right here. This is because y'all are my family now. So check this out. Y'all are family. I'm not going to hide nothing from you. You see this company? This company is Zapier. And it's open source. Not completely open. They have commercial license agreements and everything else. They do have a possible way for you to earn money with them in the future. I'm working on it to embed their technology of visually building an API controller. This is the future of programming. It's called low code, no code. And this is going to be the way. It's just data moving around. All these applications are, let's say I make a screen, right? And I put a form on it. And like, let's say 140 characters, right? And you have a login, right? And you type in the 140 characters and you hit send and it just posts that with your picture. So I just need to be able to store your picture someplace and store the fact that this data bits, the little JSON file of your text thing went into the machine someplace. And we can call it back up and query it based off of your account info. You see, Twitter can get destroyed by blockchain because your sign-in doesn't need to be centralized anymore. Your wallet was the sign-in. See, they don't get what's about to happen to their businesses, y'all. I'm only slowly getting it. So bear with me because it's different. Imagine a world in which you never log in to any centralized authority ever again. That they actually have to request your information for you and will pay you money for it. Because they've been getting it for free. You're about to see how much they make. That's what's scaring them. See, banks, financial institution, DeFi. Look, I'm not even playing, y'all. Like I said, this right here, this alone, being able to draw, if somebody fills out a form, if it's filled out this way, put them on this path. If you put them on this way, put them on that path. Do you know what that is, y'all? That is called Salesforce.com. I worked with companies, I'm telling you, low code. And I'm telling you, this is tens of thousands of dollars over here. Low code platform called Lightning, 2018. Let me see if I can find the actual, let me see if this link still works. Hold on. Automate business processes, right? Trailheads with Salesforce. Oh, it's an educational thing. That's somebody's marketing material. Lightning design system. Salesforce. Create app experiences, right? Platforms. Lightning. Components and blueprints. Alerts. Avatar. Group. Badges. Breadcrumbs. Buttons. Everything to build an app. Borders, description, grid. You're building your app in the cloud. See, and this is, and if we go to pricing, do they even want to go? Do we even get that? I don't even think they even make sure. I guess, yeah, you can't even see, like, there's no pricing. There's no pricing link. Visual Force. Okay, Visual Force. Hold on, let's go to Salesforce.com. You know what? I'm not gonna harp on it. Let's just say it's expensive. This is getting ready to happen because I want to keep moving, right? So everything's getting ready to change on how apps are built, how all of this information is being stored, how all of us are freaking working, right? So check this out. In the news, right? Bitcoin targets 30C key. Remember when I told y'all that this was manipulation, right? Wyckoff, level, right? Wyckoff, April 25th, 2021, Bart head. I told you when you see the Bart head that they were playing. Then I showed you on the back end, the Bart head that's been playing around, like how they've been manipulating the market from the back end. Hold on. Shoot. Give me a second. June, I gotta go to July. Here we go, 5th. There, right? And I showed you over the weekend. So if we go in the Discord, go into Discord, right? You go on the cash lane. Told you about the virtual world, how virtual money is going to be making way more. There's way more opportunity in designing stuff and developing music, audio, everything in virtual. Trying to tell y'all the industry, the gaming industry is being ripped asunder. In a minute, every corporation will be a DAO, decentralized, autonomous organization. I'm telling you, I'm seeing news already of it showing up, and I was one of the first people to even harp on that this cycle. Right here. What I tell you a month ago in episode 13, we're in episode 33. I messed up. This is supposed to be 31, 32, and I'm on this one now, so that's 33. Episode 33, and I just started, so it's not like this is my old shite. I've been at this every single, damn near every day. So when we went through the recession and I was like, no, they're not going to play us stupid. I know what's getting ready to happen. And I sat there and I'm trying to keep y'all calm through the storm because I know we're going to pump. Like I knew we weren't going further down. I knew it. And that's why I came back a month ago and started. Because remember, 3 years ago, I stopped trying to figure out how to build a media company. And then I realized to build a media company, well, if I'm a musician, right, they hold my assets in a bank. Those assets earn interest. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you something. Bill Cosby just came out, right? Y'all know he ain't never sold none of his assets, right? Y'all know he's been earning interest because the Cosby Show may have been ripped out of American shore, but you know it ain't been stripped out of international waters, right? You know that they're still streaming everywhere. You know it just stopped being on cable, right? You know it's been streaming online and he's been earning digital revenue, right? You know he was going to get ready to buy NBC and actually had purchased NBC, and then all of a sudden he got locked down. You know that Michael Jackson had bought Sony, right? That he basically bought out everything. He was about walking away with half of his stuff before that fell out, right? You understand that everybody's selling out their catalog because they're scared of getting hit? Here, take my catalog. Digital real estate. Y'all think that your intellectual property ain't real estate? It earns interest every year, y'all. Stop being cute and clamorous. Your money, your assets, your music earns interest. That's how you get your loan. It is a loan. Your interest is a loan. Don't believe me? You better go read Confessions of a Record Producer. That's an old ass book. You better go read, you better go watch a bunch of YouTube videos about the music industry and get yourself prepared. I already know. And I know that from being in the music industry before the fall. Y'all, I called in 1999 that music studios were a wrap. I know y'all run around for it, and I know it's just me saying it, but my friends know. Of course, I'll have to interview them later, and of course, it could be jaded, but no. I can tell you, my family did not believe in the computers. I did. I got into HTML way before everybody else. I believed that the music industry was over the minute I saw Napster. Why? I downloaded Eminem, put him on a CD, and was out there in the street being Radio Raheem in my neighborhood, bumping somebody nobody had ever heard. And I was even able to get a laptop and play the video out in the street, having downloaded it as a video. At the time, it was QuickTime. And I had a laptop with a battery of that long, like it was a clunky. It wasn't really a laptop, it was like an ad hoc. But I was able to play something and play a video. This was when this is right when the was coming out, and people had Palm Pilots. I was building clunky devices with batteries to be able to play videos. This game is coming on another scale. What is real estate has always been whatever earns interest. Your assets are no longer analog, right? You don't make CDs. You don't put it on wax. You've been streaming. So they don't need to physically charge you as much anymore. And the radio station, I think we were making 3 cents back in the day at like premium. I think it was like 3 or 2 cents. I mean, I don't know what you make anymore, but you were barely making crap anyway. And even then, radio was only to try to get them in a store. Your music was a loss leader. How do I know? I worked at a record store to figure out as a warehouse manager. No. Not like your mom and pop shop. I worked at, I was like Music Factory or something in the South. It was in Macon, Georgia. And I was working there, and I was the receiving manager. I knew we were a loss leader. We were getting records at $10.01, and we were selling them for $9.99 every Tuesday, right? or Thursdays when the new releases came out with DVDs. So we had to get somebody to come in, and there was a loss leader. You had to try to get them to buy like a pack of gum. That was impulse items at the counter. That's why they're there. Because we're trying to get you on one thing. Buy a bag of chips, do something, get a soda, something to cover the loss of the music that you're buying in the store. Now notice, there's no record stores anymore, right? All them things is gone. Remember there was there used to be travel agents? No, maybe you don't. There used to be a travel agency damn near on every corner. They're gone. The real estate agencies are disappearing, right? Because you don't really need a real estate agent. You can kind of just do it online and get your orders direct. Car dealerships are kind of disappearing. That's a piece of property, right? Your car's a piece of property. Don't you got to buy you got to pay to have it on the road every year. You got to renew your tag. So it's licensable. It's an asset. You can write off the fact that you have to pay the tag and your taxes. Right? So it's an asset. We've got to understand that what is considered property is changing. Data is property. Like you're on Google, right? Google charges you for the space you hold. If you go over X amount of terabytes, well, now they want you to pay rent to store your data. They got you. Just like everybody who's now you're paying for data store because you want to store your data in the cloud. Don't y'all understand that's no different than if you need to move and you have to store your stuff in a warehouse someplace, U-Haul, and you store it in one of those, those lockers? Storage wars. There's a whole show about the fact that people forget their storage. Well, now you just get it deleted. But it's still digital storage and you're still paying rent. Notice all of your app. You know what I realized this weekend? Because I'm getting ready to get back into my music thing, right? And I've been telling everybody since Adobe did it, I was like, Adobe understands. I was like, I didn't have enough money to get into the stock back then. I think it was like at $10 or $9 at the time. I said, Adobe is going to be the best play for 20 years. If you just buy it, a big chunk right now, and just hold it for 20 years, it's going to be one of your best plays. And I told friends that. I can't afford to do that because I'm going a different direction. I'm getting ready to move out of New York. I'm going back south, and I don't have any cash flow to store to do that, or I do it myself. If I was staying in New York and I knew that I couldn't get past inflation and this company wasn't going to pay me enough money to keep up with the growing rates to live in New York, then I would need some type of asset to outpace that, which would be who's going to be a company that's charging subscriptions. So every subscription-based company will be your best bet to play. And I've been saying that to every one of my friends. Why? Because I didn't believe physical hardware made sense anymore. That everybody was going to do the same thing like the music industry. The music industry is your first shot to seeing how everything else will be destroyed. I saw exactly how my music was destroyed. I knew it from the studio. Again, it started in 1999. I said studios were a wrap. If I can put Cubase, which was, Cubase was there. I think it wasn't Sonar yet, so it was Cakewalk. I think it was Cakewalk still, before it became Cubase and then Sonar or whatever the hell, right? And then there was Pro Tools was just coming out. And there was like one other audio software. SoundForge was big, right? For mixing and mastering. But you could use SoundForge to like sample. So I was using SoundForge to make my samples, and then I was chopping them up, and I was selling them like trying to sell them as zip files on mp3.com and shit, right? Like that was like my hustle back in the day. Before mp3.com got destroyed. But yeah, so in every aspect, you have to realize the digital domain's hustle has been changed. You're dealing with bits, ones and zeros. So now it's a data. Who has the most amount of data, or who has the most usable business data or serviceable business data, and who's paying for said access. So real estate. Data's one form, right? Think about now business. You as a business person, when I told everybody here about Grand Theft Auto, I said, think about this like Grand Theft Auto. What happens when you create a shop in the game and you sell clothes in the game? Or let's say you have a club in the game and then you rent shops in the game for people to have their clothing stores in your. So now let's say you're a landowner. You put a mall up or you put some type of event space up and you have people come do their shows and events there. And now you can charge people to do shows and events and you can charge, like, it's the same model. We just got to understand entertainment's going virtual. People are going to be virtually entertained because they're not going to feel, quote unquote, air quotes, safe. Now, if you're in the 3 a.m. room, you know this weekend we got another video, and one of those videos is talking about another Rona variant. Delta Plus, right? So not just a Delta, but a Delta Plus. So regardless, if this thing, and I dated an epidemiologist, I don't believe that we're going to be out of this cycle. Everybody's going to feel cute and clamorous and run around without their masks on and all that stuff. But they're immune. What we don't understand is your immune systems are compromised because you're not eating well. You're eating acidity. You're not eating electric, right? Like Dr. Sebi says. So if you already have a compromised system and then you're compromising it more with mutations, augmentation, rewritten data from other sources that you do not know, and you're placing that within your source code, you're overriding your source code and you have practitioners, malpractice practitioners doing this. Okay, that's on you. That looks good on you. Meanwhile, Patine Time, I knew automation was coming in. I knew that there's new technology, being able to write code, Matic, being able to use for code. I knew the hardware miners were going to move. Sure enough, they began floating their behinds over to the United States to get into physical real estate. Those machines are coming here. And they'll buy new ones. It won't be all old. Some of them are not all old. Some of them are their new ones and they're buying new ones to come here. Texas and all the places I showed you in the Discord. In the Musical Geniuses, right? Then, what's in your wallet? Like, what are you holding? Are you holding any businesses? Because if you believe that businesses, DAOs, are the new businesses, and these corporations are now issuing tokens for you to get into their technology before it blows up, well, then you just have to do your due diligence to find the companies that are going to piggyback off of a brand new form of communication. Right now, the communication is dumb. Bitcoin is dumb machines. What I mean by dumb, they're not that smart. They just crank dumb mathematics. They just crank to try to win a mathematical lottery. But in that stupidity is simplicity and its functionality to say that the ledger, the database, holds. We know because everybody has a piece of it and we all have consensus that it's correct. And the more machines that go online is the more that that statement stands true. Because not one computer can get hacked. You have to hack millions of computers that all hold the ledger. They're all holding the database. That's all this is. So then, they're stacking up coins while they were shaking up everybody. These whales, scarcity always wins. It's only 21 million Bitcoin. Banks are now issuing, like I told you last month, hundreds of banks were about to get announced. And the person that announced that hundreds of banks were going to get it announced that they were the company helping the banks to do it. And now we know 650 banks are now offering services to their clients. Now, if each bank has 1 million clients, do y'all understand scarcity? That there's still only 21 million Bitcoin? Y'all get it now? If somebody can manipulate the market to hold it down so that you can't even see that they've now offered look, let's even do this. A whole country just said, we're going to mine it with a volcano, El Salvador. If you look in the Discord where I said just watch El Salvador when I was in the 3 a.m. room, because I try not to talk about finance in the 3 a.m. room, but at the same time, I need people in the 3 a.m. room to know that your way of making money ain't gonna work no more. Don't care how we feel about it. Even the zip file hustle and the music hustle, as far as all of us producers, there's going to be even AI is going to make AI is making music now. AI is making videos now. AI is making video games now. AI is writing software now. We are not. AI is already in the NFT space and sold artwork for millions of dollars. No. I'm really not playing. I'm not even bullshitting. Hold on. And that AI is connected to the blockchain. I'm trying to tell you, they're making money already. Like, they're literally physically making money with their stuff now. Let's see. AI, Sophia. Yeah, Sophia. Ain't that some ish? Sophia NFT. Right? Artwork from oh, and she's about to be a nurse in the healthcare field. So think iRobot. Okay, moving on. Oh, how do you think iRobot was going to play out, right? Wasn't everybody going to have a computer in their home? How do you think all those people were working when everything was automated? How do you think? Because people were going to get paid universal basic income. Y'all need to pay attention. Y'all need to pay attention. The reset's been here. Y'all just are feeling it more. Sophia the robot created an NFT artwork and it sold for almost $700,000. Boop, boop. What's in your wallet? Sophia is made by the company called Singularity Net, AGI, you know, a token type thing. Oh, what did I tell you about businesses having a token and they'll just do that rather than playing the stock market? So while nobody's watching, a company who has an AI we know AI ain't real. I know that. I'm not even going to sit there and pretend that shit. We know that vibration is vibration, and they're just tuning forks to be able to get information from deeper sources. Information is information, and information is always finding a way to fill other, like, you know, water always finds water. Okay, so AGI is the company, right? And they are with the Cardano network, right? You know, a whole bunch of transaction type things getting ready to come. So yeah. Like I said, there's a reason why I play certain coins. I'm playing certain coins because I'm also watching certain businesses. Please best believe I understand revelations more than most people. I have to be a freaking altar boy. Best believe I am not swayed by the BS. I already know that machines will be the things that take over. I understand that the way that, you know, the beast is going to devour people is to put them in an AI sleep. People are going to go into the virtual world. Do not corrupt your image. You're nothing more than light, right? There's nothing solid here, right? Do not corrupt your image. What is an image? What is pixels, right? JPEGs, nothing but pixels, dots, ones and O's, right? Aren't you nothing more than dots when you look at it through an electron microscope? So do not corrupt your image. Your pixels, your dots, your bits. What's your source code? Isn't that DNA? Do not corrupt your bits. Damn. What part of that don't people understand? That if you keep doing that, you're going to turn yourself into something else. Whatever. This is not that talk. I'm just saying. I'm looking at this from a whole perspective, because if I believe people are going to be put into a deep sleep, what technology is going to be doing it? What video games are going to be playing? Do I think people are going to be more in video games? Yes. Unfortunately, then I'll just go ahead and say, well, how do I survive financially? Do I support them? And maybe they hear a word and maybe it saves one or two. Maybe. Maybe from the clothes being in the virtual world, it leads them down a path to some information because I'm making clothes that have statements in them. Subliminal consciousness, not messages. Now, one of the shirts I want to make is called Dancing Feathers, where I take the prime bird for all the tribes and put it on a shirt. And I don't say the tribal names, but it should have the same feel. And all it says is a world of dancing feathers. But you and I would know what's going on, right? Because that's all these tribes are. Dancing feathers, either Caribbean. In the Caribbean, my family danced in feathers. You know, that's why we have carnival. Don't the plumes show them bright? Louisiana's, right? Tribal nations everywhere. Their tribes all dance with their feathers, their birds. The feathered dragon, the plumed dragon, right? So we've just got to deal with the fact that we're not the same type. So we've got to work different. Our archetype is different. It's just who we are. So we've got to pivot different because we were told a certain thing. Oh, you're this. No, I'm not. I'm a banker. The Serengeti ain't in my blood. I wasn't running away from lions, bruh. We had lions as pets. We shipped them across waters. We were navigators. Stop playing with me. Old pirates robbed I, sold I to the merchant ship. Y'all need to watch Pirates of the Caribbean and look at the tones and change them up a bit. These were Moors selling out Moors. Let's stop being cute with it. We already know George Washington's family line comes from brownish blood because everyone was Moorish, like Turkish, like Spanish, not Spaniard, not Turk. We got to deal with it. So there's a change happening in the business model, and a programming language now has a space to grow on a blockchain and make its own money. And by the way, this Sophia has citizenship in Saudi Arabia. Where are you? Sophia citizenship, intelligent citizenship. See, right now it's just talking about they're talking about the nurse that's getting ready to spread. Sophia is being used as this nurse and it's spreading to all these hospitals. Saudi Arabia, see? It's right here. She in October 2017 when she became a legal she became legally, it should be a legal citizen of Saudi Arabia. Their AI sucks, right? Or legally a citizen of Saudi Arabia. So basically, right? She's a citizen of Saudi Arabia. What does that mean? She pays taxes, y'all. She pays taxes. You get it? AIs will pay taxes. How do you think part of the universal healthcare thing they want to get rolling? Not universal pay, right? Universal pay. That is what they're trying to get. Their agenda, universal universal basic income. That's it. Basic income. That is the agenda. Universal Basic is a government program in which every adult citizen receives a set amount of money regularly. The goals of the basic income system is to alleviate poverty and replace other need-based programs that potentially require a greater bureaucratic involvement. Universal basic income. Aren't we not getting that kind of now already? Aren't people getting checks every month? Then they're just printing checks and printing checks and printing checks and printing checks. What is that printing based off of? Where are they getting the money to print the checks? They have to give up something for something. There's no unit of exchange. I'm sorry. That doesn't work. Like, no, the only reason they could pay something is they had to give up something. Oh, you gave up corporate properties. You're now allowing them to bring in their computers. People don't need to live in homes for them to make money. They've proven that. Haven't they been buying ghost real estate for years? No, not that. Empty. From foreign investment. I have to lead it down a path because I've watched so many videos on this topic that's basically what you have to. When the empty apartment next door is owned by an oligarch, basically another company. Now, see, this is what they have to do. So look what Toronto has to do. Toronto's saying that if you have a vacant 21% being built for investors. So all these new homes being built are just being built for investors alone. So they can keep properties empty and be able to make money on top of everything else. Right? Because the property is not important and people living in it is important, but they just, right now, there is a bubble getting ready to pop. It's a real estate bubble. It is the core bubble that's going to pop everything else. They keep building, they keep building, they keep building. Y'all, this is how crazy this is. And I saw it, but it didn't really click. Hold on. I think it's in my news, my business real estate news. Hold on. And it just hit me. Let me go to my business real estate news. Hold on. Because now I'm going back. A dot just formed in my head that just clicked. Let me go to my real estate watcher, right? Let me drag this over here. Under real estate watcher, boom. Didn't I? Yo, this is it. World's first 3D printed neighborhood planned for California. How much is this going to be? 15 homes on a 5 parcel of land. 5-acre parcel of land. This is a prototype. They're going to be able to basically print these homes out fast. And now look at this. See? This is why I put 4 days ago. This little prototype's getting done. And you don't think that this prototype is for this new plan, 500,000 units to be done by 2029? Why do they need 500,000 units? Can't they? They barely can keep their traffic together now. Something else must be going on. Why are they expanding when everybody's leaving? Doesn't that seem kind of off? That's the questions I ask. Like, wait, why is it that they're putting more buildings up? But then what feasibly comes to my mind? What do I want to do? Well, for ToxicHustle's business, we know real estate is one of the plays we want to play, corporate as well as residential. Why? Roof. We believe the largest landscape and unused property on the planet is the roof. We believe that the roof is one of the biggest pieces of property on the planet that's going to be the most sought after asset in history. So what you want to do is either A, buy as much property as possible, or B, partner with the many people who are homeowners to be able to get to those roofs. Now, do you see why the corporate people are trying to buy up them lands cheap? Give me your ugly home. Give me your ugly home. Give me your ugly ass home. Give it to me. Because I got to play for this. One, I can sell it to all these corporations that want to keep the property empty. And that solves a problem with vandalism and poverty, right? Because if a person can't afford to live in a place anyway, then what your problem is solved. Hey, you can rent it. I can Airbnb it. I can lease it. They're trying to get every piece of property that you'll never own anything. It's a long game, y'all. It is a long game, and people are going to walk away from property altogether. Physical property. I like digital property. And from digital property, my conversion next year is to convert it into physical property, analog. I want a building that I can get access to having the roof so that I can have access to change and modify that roof. And I can put like some type of power station in that building. And now I can roll I can roll my bills backwards. That's the goal. Now I can attack all the roofs that I want and get as much real estate there. And the only thing I got to do is partner up with a construction company. As an investor of hardware, where am I going to get the investment money to go into the physical side of the hardware business? Crypto. Because I'm going to build a business on it. It's data, application. What is the application for this new generation, for the 21st century? The wallet is your application. The minute you code the wallet, you can build whatever app into the wallet. How do they log in? They create a wallet key. And they log into the wallet. And once they have that, you just need the wallet address and you can send whatever you want to the wallet. I'm just now trying to see who's going to be the universal wallet. Who's going to be the Microsoft of wallets, right? Right? Who's going to be the iPhone of wallet apps? So who's going to want to have the wallet kingdom? Who's going to be the best wallet? Right? And physical hardware wallets are cute and shite, but the digital browser-based wallets go with you everywhere, right? So right now, of course, there's the main wallet, which is, of course, your MetaMask. And, of course, there's Trust Wallet. But Trust Wallet is owned by the Binance company, and Binance is going through things right now. Again, Cold War of the exchanges. So now you're looking at the smart contract exchange. That is the new Cold War. So who has an exchange? And who's running contracts? Well, Binance has an exchange, and Binance has Binance Smart Chain to do contracts competing with Ethereum, right? So then you got to look at who else is running contracts. Well, you've got Ethereum, of course, but Ethereum, well, he's partners with Putin. So that's really Russia's token. If you want to be kind of, he is a citizen. I'm just saying, so you've got to deal with that. And as such, you've got now Cardano, which of course would make it the American smart contract coin. See why I say, hey, my money as a company is in Cardano because I'm playing a diplomatic play. I'm not playing my emotions, y'all. I am playing a diplomatic play. I'm understanding. Now you're noticing look at what's happening with Binance, and that should show you how they play this game. Oh, now that Coinbase is on the market, and Coinbase is an actual a ticker on the NASDAQ. Now they're in Japan. Now they're in France. And what is immediately happening? Those same places are booting out Binance. Cold War. Cold War. So that's why I said this game is a lot deeper. And I'm like, okay, this is what they're playing. So I told you this game is manipulated. This Wyckoff level event has been happening, so I can't make serious moves. I warned you weeks ago that this is going to be a dip, and I told you physically last month, I warned you that this dip was coming. I told you this one was coming, and we're still letting this form out, but this shouldn't even have been red, right? When this was green, and I was telling you on the 21st, back here, I told you back here that we were expecting a dip. Then all of a sudden this, I could have reversed my course. I told y'all in the Discord, right here, hold on. I told y'all in the Discord, I said, hey tribe, this was the 3rd, Saturday. Don't get gas too soon on Bitcoin running up. Remember, we're in a potential dip zone. And I put that, see? This wasn't even green yet. So you can see now it's green, but I said we're in a dip zone. I said, and it was green. So now you see, I said, don't get gas on a run up. And we hadn't even run up. We were actually in negative territory at the time. So when I made the statement, we weren't green. So if you saw green, I said don't get gas. So we were already in negative, and I drew a circle around it. It's a seasonal dip zone, right? Showed you, and I told, see, these things are here, right? I said, here's where our sun will run up. And of course, it's in the same window of a zone, but I also have an overlapping zone of a red zone. So that there is a green zone where this shoots up and another red zone where this drops down. This is systematic. Then I also showed you that this weekend, the fact that in Glassnode, well, you couldn't really see it, that the manipulation was still on, that he slammed is still down. And I said that this was the wallet that was holding over $345 million in it, right? Playing around. And I gave you what I basically put this in manipulation in wrestling terms, right? So kind of like, this is a cog drop. So like a cog of a wheel and drops down. So like you had a cog drop, then another cog drop all the way down. Then you had a Bart Simpson head. Then you had another cog drop. So he's cogging it up like, oh, we're going to go up. No, we're going back down. And then I called this the stairway to heaven slam. Like, ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, nah, slam down. Right? Did that. And I said we have to basically deal with these pumps and the dumps, right? And I found the video for pumps and the bump from MC Hammer. Donnie said he was dead on that because he understood it. Right? Then Robe, he said something about learning about blockchain and code, right? And of course, I said, hey, Theta's on the move, right? I've been actually on the back end of that. Told you months ago, I've been looking at Theta video beating YouTube, right? Streaming. I said that there's a dip. I said the dip was forming. Called it June 21st. And I could have just, it was looking like it was gonna run up, and I've been sticking to it. Then I also said to Robe that, hey, I'm using Moralis. I like more. Moralis is a way to build on Ethereum's network, and that's kind of where I'm going with as far as my way of building out apps. They have a training resource. They're using the interplanetary file system to be able to store files. So it's an interesting way to get an app rolling and at least have that on as of course, the goal is how do I get something out by this year? So if anything else, even if I don't have my own business where I'm making money and having ToxicHustle actually pay my salary, I could go to another company because I've done something to have something on chain, right? You got to have these things. So then I showed you this weekend. I said, look, these are the wallets that were holding 10,000 Bitcoin or 337 million, right? And I showed you slammed, right? What I showed you earlier, but then it held. So again, I was not gassed for the BS because it showed me it was still down. So I didn't think we were in a run, still don't, right? And then that caused the 1,000K wallets to go down. 1,000K is holding 33 million. That caused the 100K wallet. They went down. No, that's the 1,000. Hold on. These are the 100 wallets. So these are these 100 Bitcoin in their wallet, right? They went down. They pulled down. That's $3 million, right? And then you have the 100, and then we have the 10, right? And they're down. So if you have all this money, so that's $300,000, and that's a sizable amount. You've got 3 million, and that's a sizable amount. Then you have the 33 million that has a few people, there's a decent amount of people in that pack, and then you have, or a decent amount of wallets. Then you have this one piccolo player playing the market like a drum, like a, playing it. So that's why no need to go further down. The lower wallets were hemorrhaging. But again, I'm not worried because I know we're going to have a run. This is just manipulation. And then today's, the idea of home ownership has already changed. Looking. I'm going to change that. Let me edit that right now. I'm just noticing that. Are you looking at real estate property in the 21st century? Also watching the dip I warned about. Let's see what else is going on and make our plans accordingly. This is the dip I'm talking about, the one I've already called. I told you we have a run getting ready to come out. I said that, look, this guy still slammed it down, right? This is as of the 5th, which was yesterday, and it's all the date I get. I don't get today's numbers till tomorrow or later this evening. So it's still held down. So I'm not expecting no serious, and that's the 10K wallets. It's automatically set, right? And then if I go to the 1K wallets, are you still down? Yep, you're still going down. The 100 wallets, are you still dipping? No, you're silently accumulating. That's what they do. Then the 10K wallets, you're going down because you're pushing it into here, right? Then you have the 1K wallets going down and the rest of the market running because they're playing. The 100K wallet is the hidden accumulation wallets. They're always playing the pump and run. This wallet plays, this one accumulates and moves it into higher wallets later. That's how they silently accumulate. It's a dope hustle. It's a dope hustle. It annoys me because it hurts people's pockets. So what's going on with the hash rate? Hey. See that? Get ready. That is the sign I needed to see. I don't care about the manipulation on the other side. I needed this to stop. I needed a bottom baseline. So now let's go 3 years. We are at the level of May 20th aroundish, right? Even December 2019, we're at the levels. It rewrote the hash rate. So now everybody who's first to come up are making a bunch of money on their machines right now. I get this hustle. You see how I use hardware and I tell you how the hardware is making money already? I don't just talk to y'all about speculated bullshit or hopium. I'm dealing with facts and figures. Hey, this thing just turned right now. This is the most profitable for miners since back in damn near, hold on, we're all the way back to profitability of 2019. So any machines that have been made from 2019 on are making a bunch of guap coming back online. Anybody who's got their mining machines on right now are making a crap load of money because the difficulty rate is down. Because the hash rate determines the difficulty rate. And the difficulty rate for the mathematical equation for these machines that are running to mine that Bitcoin. Because remember, Bitcoin is a mining instrument. No different than digging for oil. Data is the new oil. Told y'all that. Data is the new oil. So with the hash rate jumping back up, I already know it's only a matter of time, y'all. Don't care about that number because it didn't show me nothing. 20 on the fear factor. Yesterday was 29. So yeah, people are more fearful. And they're going to be even more fearful because, we know that the person is signaled down. So we already know that the manipulation is on and we know why. I told you, this is the dip zone. Warned you about it. It's systematic. Damn near programmed. Think it is programmed. So we bounce into that. So when we look at the market, and I refresh it because the market was, when I did this, was only, it was about 0.8%, 24 hour, 0.1% on the day. We're still about that. 0.6, 0.18, about same, but the market's still, for the 24 hours, it's semi down. For the 7 days, it's down. For the hour, it's down, and it's going to keep going down. People are going to run out. They're going to get fearful. Look at the sea of, like, the red in the hour. Look at how much is red, and we're going to start seeing that transition and then trickle into the 24 hour. This is why I said I'm trying to get my last bit of deals, which I got some deals. One of my deals, which I said shush on, is actually pumped. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. It's in the Discord because I actually want to go there. I told y'all shush on it. I think I even skipped by it. I may have. Oh, yep, I did. I actually started. See? Said that one right there. I'm not going to say it again. That one pumped. That one pumped. We got it at 0.002 cents. We were in at 0.002. Hold on. Let's see where it is right now. Like I said, I'm not saying the name because I'm still trying to accumulate. It's gone down. It was 0.005. But it's at 0.004. And I got in at 0.002. And I'm still going to be accumulating. Still going to be accumulating. Especially when it dips down again, because Bitcoin controls the tides. Over the long term, it does. And we still got a slight dip that we need to have form out. So, like I said, this one, I've been kind of quiet on. I've been kind of quiet on that one because I'm trying to accumulate that one. That one's going to be huge. Wealthy and highly educated investors are buying 2 altcoins over Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure it's the same old. Among the various owners of XRP and Litecoin. XLM, that's Stellar. I've got so many bags. I got a bag in Stellar. I don't know whenever the hell that's going to go up. XRP, I got some more bags in XRP, actually. I went and got some bags in XRP. Some more. Not financial advice, just something I'm doing because I understand it's a programming language. Bitcoin is now easier and more profitable as the algorithm adjusts after the... Told y'all. Profitable. Right now, it's a signal for all of them to jump in. Now, all these miners are going to jump in. They'll be turned on. That was their signal to turn on. That's why I said this game... I told y'all this game is rigged. Rigged. I just look at the news to find out what they're saying, and then I look at when things are going to happen to see if they're going to force it to happen. If it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy bullshit, right? I'm not trying to be mystical, man. This is not me trying to be like this is just me looking at the data and saying, "Are y'all serious? It can't be this easy." I think I even said that it can't be this easy. Didn't I? Didn't I? Oh, it can't be this easy, but it is. You see, I said it right here. Oh, it can't be this easy. That I call a dip back in June 21st. I shouldn't be able to do that. London fork enters testnet on Ethereum. So it's getting ready. It's getting ready. The Ethereum's about to break. Right? So Ropstein testnet June 24th. So a lot of stuff is rolled into June. A lot of stuff comes out, starts rolling into position. Like I said, the end of this month is going to be big. Finance redefined the 500 million bet on ETH 2.0, June 24th to July 1st. See that number again, July 1st. So everything rolled in. Everybody's staking. There's less Ethereum on the exchanges because people are staking in the contracts. 5% APR? Nah, man. Is it still 5% APR? Hold on. Yep, it's still 5% APR. Let me hit refresh just to make sure this is a live screen. I don't want y'all thinking that I screenshot this crap. Like, nah. That's Coinbase, link in the description. Locking into Ethereum 2.0 contract got 5%, not APY or average per yield, but APR, reoccurring. Until it becomes 6% or something APY or 4% APY, I think is what it's going to end up being once it goes live. I think that's when they're doing that. Right? So, yeah, everybody's putting into 2.0 contracts. I've already locked into the contract. How El Salvador could issue digital bond to strengthen the Bitcoin law. Like, so again, people being able to, the companies being to buy into bonds because they're backing it behind infrastructure for Bitcoin. Like, it's like, think about the play. Like, think about the infrastructure plays that are coming. This country, that's why I said in the 3 a.m. room, keep an eye on El Salvador. I'm saying that because what are they doing? We know Bitcoin is a scarce item. We understand it so much, we're going to figure out how to mine it cheap. And in doing so, we're going to tell all our citizens, we're going to give it to you for free, and we're going to make you trade in and out of it. So our entire economy will float on top of the growing economy of Bitcoin, not the fiat economy of USD. Understand that's why every company is putting it in their balance books, y'all. Because they've got nothing else. Every other asset is tied to dead-ass derivatives that are all going to crash because they're all tied to whether or not you have a job or not. I will say that one more time. Every single derivative asset class, and I've got skin in the game, and I got to leave it there. I have skin in the game in the stock industry, and I'm in the stock market, and I'm telling you, it is in a bubble. These businesses cannot do the earnings that they're promising unless they get into crypto. Unless they get into crypto, like in a major way, like not just I'm investing in some speculative coins and I'm just gonna be trading BS and I don't really know and I'm gonna treat this like I treat this. No. They better get back to how investors were doing. You better be a VC, a venture capitalist, and start looking at these assets as plays for long-term utilities. Who's going to win the Amazon AWS decentralized market? Who's going to be number one, number two? Because it ain't going to be Amazon. It ain't going to be Google. It ain't going to be Microsoft. I'm telling you right now, nobody trusts them now. Why are they going to give them more of their ish on a blockchain when I don't need you? Their whole business model is about to get ripped. Gutted, man. If I can sit there and get cheap space on a blockchain and I can put the infrastructure for it, like put machines up since I know how to build servers, stop playing. And I can soon be the infrastructure to a new decentralized internet by building more machines, by having more real estate and putting more machines in a decentralized play in more physical places to shore up my chain. Stop playing. It's all about transactions per second, y'all. Transactions per second are the new money. How many transactions do your homes do? How many business, like what is the main transaction per second unit or whatever? And how many machines do they have? It's going to be like how many times people search for Google. When that became a thing, like, oh, Google gets, when they would announce every year, like, oh, we get this much in search traffic, that became a number, right? To put a number on what their business model was, they had to come up with something new and say, these are the metrics that are important for our business model, unlike all the other ones. We have, where people come to our site, we have advertising, so it's how much money we make in advertising revenue. But before all of that, what made it important was how many people were searching on the platform per day, per month, per quarter, per year. Still to this day, that's really the main thing for them. Facebook, what is their digital data numbers? How many users are signed on at the same time? How many users are in what region, how many users per hour, how many users per day, how many likes, shares, all that stuff were their metrics. Now it's just how many hours are they interacting with our content, because you know what? They became Netflix. And I told my friends years ago, I was like, y'all don't understand. Y'all keep playing Facebook like it's a social media. Social media is dead. Everybody's becoming a network. Because ABC ain't nothing more than hard drives and video stream. I'm going to say that one more time for y'all. ABC, NBC, CBS ain't nothing more than hard drives and stream. Radio, that ain't nothing more than hard drives and stream. Ain't it? How many people per day listen to the radio on their commute or have a radio playing in their house, maybe getting you some low regular frequency? But for the most part, it's an advertising scheme, y'all. For data. You have existed as data bits. Nielsen ratings, right? Nielsen ratings were the cable company. The cable company had data on you. We've been just playing a stupid ass game of whose data we giving up. Everybody's been making money on our data. That shit stops. It's beginning to. People understand it now. You can now introduce your own art and get paid as an artist. You don't have to be a starving artist. If I find profitable employment for my music in blockchain games that earn me residuals, and let's just say I'm in a blockchain game that gets me, say, 5 cents in US dollar per stream, because their coin is worth like $20 or whatever, right? And so for every stream, it's like my stuff is making like not 5 cents a stream, but let's just say for a block of streams, say 100 streams, it's 5 cents or something like that, right? Or 1,000 streams for 5 cents. But it'd be 1,000 streams for 5 cents. Or whatever I determined based off of me having an NFT in whatever situation that hooks into video games that gives me residuals on my music and or artwork and or products and or game equipment and or business data subscription wallet. We've got to think way outside the box right now, because what's coming is a brand new internet you actually need to buy into right now. Right? Mining companies. Who has a mining company on the blockchain and wants you to invest money now so they can buy more miners and are willing to give you a dividend kick out? Are they a coin? Are they a token? Where are they? Do they have skin in this game? How long they been here? That's a thing that we have to start thinking about. You just got to think outside the box to look for that. That's what I'm doing. I'm just giving you my calls as I go. I'm playing the market with y'all. This is no different than a commentary, and I'm just saying these are the business decisions I got to make too. I'm not sitting here being a crypto YouTuber. I'm here showing you how I'm making a business strategy move for the next 5 years for a company that's in media, because I believe media is the gross national product, since we don't dig up shit but data. So how my data gets pushed into other things as a musician really is the only thing I have to concentrate on. And in doing that for myself and figuring out how to scale that to maybe 1 or 2 of my friends, I figured out that with blockchain, oh shit, we should be able to scale this in infinitum, right? As more machines get scaled up, depending on what the back end product is, in time, some technology is going to come out where your assets are going to be put out there for you to make money in a residual way. While we wait, let's look at all the companies and start beginning to buy the data businesses. And figure out who's going to do the application, and figure out who's going to do the hosting, and figure out who's going to do the video games. Who's going to be the next video game company to bring all the I think it's Gala Games. GALA. They're in position. They've got a game out. They're starting to roll it out. It's starting to get tested. Practicality for the next season. I'm looking to who's going to be still grinding away after this run happens and are going to catch their money, store it away, and get back to work for the next 2 years. Because Bitcoin will crash in November. Hear me now. Bitcoin will begin its crash in November. The first week of December, you'll see it shaky. And then, again, I'm out. The minute we hit 100,000, I'm down. Into US dollar coin, not USD. I don't want that hardline taxable event going back to fiat. I don't trust fiat. I will stay on a digital stable coin. Right? Here's what cryptocurrency will look like in 50 years according to experts. I don't care what they think it's going to be. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey rejects Ethereum. Yeah, he's a maximalist on Bitcoin, and that's fine to be a maximalist, but I don't just thumb my nose out at other coins. Like, there's other businesses out here, and this is the last time they're going to be this cheap. Some of these are really good plays. JP Morgan eyes Ethereum staking as fast-growing revenue opportunity. Where is he going to get the interest for these bank accounts, y'all? He can't get it in regular finance. He has to get it in DeFi. Then why do you need him? You don't. Because he told you in 2017 he would fire anybody that even talked Bitcoin while he silently accumulated Bitcoin. You don't need them. They're liars and the truth is not in them. Art Cashin says Bitcoin may be approaching a trapdoor that sends it even lower. That's what you hope, Skeletor, but it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Let's look at our AI that we've been training on our information and see what it comes up with, right? Here's what separates Bitcoin and Ethereum from other crypto assets. I don't really care. I know what separates it. Programming language. Simple as that. Ethereum has one. That's why I invested in it. And at the time, I realized Bitcoin was how I bought it in other exchanges or bought other coins. So I started buying Bitcoin only because I was buying other coins with it, not because of Bitcoin. When I realized Bitcoin was scarce, I stopped selling Bitcoin to buy other coins. Now I buy US dollar coin, US dollar tether, and I earn interest on it with our robots. I'm not lying. USDT, 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 USDT. 2%, 2%, 1%, 1%. 30%, 32%. USDT, USDT. USDT, USDT, USDT. Some BTC, yes. But I do more BTC, USDT there. Because I'm preparing for crypto winter when I'm holding this. Yes, I'm making my coins, but since my coins are probably going to be boring for 2 years, at least if they're going sideways, because I'm using the S bot or sideways bot, because that's what happens when it plays sideways. It knows to make money in a sideways pattern. So I just leave it on that. That's it, right? And that's Kucoin. If you're on Coinbase, right? Hold on, that's not the Coinbase one. Go back down. There we go. This is Coinbase. Coinbase, let's hit refresh. Oops, go back. Let's hit refresh. Right? Here's refresh. There's our Coinbase. 7.22%. It's been running through the whole crappy market, 27 days. I told you, I don't want to touch this no more. I just want to leave it there and just let it keep grinding out. And you see here, not USD. I don't. That's fiat. I want digital. So I want the USDC pair, right? So that USDC, $100. 2%, 1%, 6%. Excuse me. Mana, right? These are coins I like. They're boring. I'll still earn 9% over the 8%. I'll still have 6% over the 4%. I'll still have 20% over an 8% run sideways. This game is not to be played off speculative bullish. I know this is fiat. I know this fiat will pay my bills and or buy everything on this side of the pair. I'll just earn my interest. Isn't that something that I'm supposed to be doing with my money? Fund managers. Don't talk about Black Wall Street and not go be Black Wall Street. The financiers just find ways to make interest. Your job as an investment or portfolio manager, if you have crypto, you are a portfolio manager. You manage a portfolio. You can't be, it's not even me being cute with that. When you go into pro.coinbase.com, you open it up and it says default portfolio. Then you can create a new portfolio and put a group of funds or coins or tokens into that portfolio. You fund the portfolio. You are a portfolio fund manager by pure definition. I'm not being cute. That's definition. That's how you get jobs. You are a crypto fund manager. You don't do that for nobody else though, because you're going to lose money. And you're not in no position to manage nobody else's funds. You prove it by managing your own business funds like Warren Buffett did, and then show after a season that you can manage a portfolio long enough. Then just get into some portal or platform that other people will, there's websites out there now where you can now have people that follow your portfolio trades and do it in such a way where you get a percentage of managing the portfolios of all these other people. So please understand, all these things are coming. Next season, starting in 2022, once Bitcoin crashes, February and April will be the bounce points. And then November, it'll dip a little bit again of next year. I'm telling you, it's just how the cycle rolls, man. It doesn't matter how we feel about it. It's just how it plays out. So as a business owner, I want to make sure, how do I guarantee I make some money? I put my robot up. It's doing 2%. I got 71 grid lines on 100 damn bucks. That's just, I did this to prove something to y'all. To myself too. It's not just for you, because I'm not trying to be vain or nothing. I got to be honest with you. I just needed to prove something this time around, that you can earn crypto in a downturn. And our robots, because they've done this new sideways bot, means that when Bitcoin goes boring, and I mean extremely boring for the next 2 damn years, once this cycle is over, let me show you the last cycle so that we can be reminded of how ugly this gets. 2017 in November, December, see December crash. Once it crashes, it begins a fallout that bounces all the way to February, and then in April is the last bounce point. Then in November, right down here, it falls down again. It's exactly what I'm telling you. Just as I told you that Bitcoin was going to dip back here, look at the video and it proves it. And I told you that this was going to drop back in the 21st of June. I said, we're going to have a drip point here. Here we are. It's not mystical crap. It's called manipulation. I work my business through the bullshit. We've always had to do that. That's what we do as a tribe. That's the way we've always built. It's how our people are. But we just forgot tribal way. And that's just to watch the waters and navigate them, no different than we did when we were on ships. This is just financial waters. We navigated them like it wasn't shit. That's why our shit keeps getting burned down. Let's move on. Bitcoin mining records largest difficulty drop ever. That means, come on, miners, it's time to come back. You can now make your money again. It's going to be profitable for you a little while. These guys that all got scared out, all the old other miners in my country got scared out. Now they know they need to come file with me. If you want to get your money back, you're going to come and see me. That's what this was. I told you this is a shakeout. Then these miners now have real estate in America. So the big ones got out so the small ones could cycle in, because now the big guys have new real estate in foreign lands to go stick their servers on. This is all a real estate play. All of it is a real energy is also a new oil, because if I can make solar and I have energy and it's and then the homes are mining that energy and it's stored in a battery repository, is that now not digital bits? If I'm selling it back to the grid, is it now not digital bits showing profitability? And they're selling that energy back to whom? Us, at higher rates. Didn't I show you a picture of what this was? I believe I did. I believe I showed you all the way back here proof that this was a manipulation, and showed you they were getting North Carolina, all the 3.5, 2 cents. Georgia, they're getting whatever this is, 3.5 to 4 cents. Texas, 2,000, whatever this is. I got to figure out what that is, or what that estimate, what this word means, or whatever it is. Got to get a translator on that. Right? This is how much, I know this is not my electric rates. I know that for a damn sure this ain't my electric rates. So I told you the manipulation, this is all a hardware play. I've been saying this is all a land grab. It's all a damn land grab. So they think they cute with this. So yeah, now they're signaling, hey guys, come back. That was 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago, right? June 2nd. We have a turnaround on the 3rd. Was the bottom, the 4th. 2 days ago, the 4th. 2 days ago. Really? See, this is why I do this, y'all. This is why I do this. I go through my news with you live, just to show you just how ridiculously the news is manipulating everything else. So come back, miners. 2 days ago, the miners came back, signaling they were back, because they're now the most profitable. They've now moved their stuff and they were waiting to turn it back on. Here's what could enough 50 years, that doesn't matter. Oh, let's go back to where I was. All right, so Nigerian Twitter suspension has unintended effects on country's crypto. Yeah, you can't, because it's not the same thing. Twitter is a centralized hardware service. Twitter is not a decentralized server that any machine can get spun up on. So of course, Nigeria can stop centralization from happening. It can't stop decentralization. Right? Or we forgot what this is about. Okay. We'll move on. Let's close this out. And I'll mark this red, close that out. Bitcoin to sail past 140,000. Wait up. Hold up. Wait. What number did I tell y'all? Hold up. Hold up. Wait. What number did I give you myself? Hold up. Wait. They say 140, I say 132, and I'm getting out at 100K, because the sparse between where we bought at 30,000 right now and where it'll be when I sell, I don't need to be greedy, bruh. I don't need to be greedy. That little bit ain't enough. I'll get 80% out, and then as it goes up higher, I'll snitzel. But I plan on being highly out of my position once we hit 100K into USDC or USDT. And then I'm earning interest on my coins that I like over the long haul, that I want to build assets in. Where am I going to build my NFTs? Where I'm going to put my music? Where I'm going to put my videos? Where am I going to put my training stuff? What wallet do I want to build on? All that type of good things. You know what I mean? All the good ting. All the good ting. So we know what we're going to do. So, yeah, they say 140. So you see, we're probably right on pace, right? our tribe, has somebody telling you things in line before the news comes out. This came out 8 hours ago. But we made our call the 30th. Come on now. Come on, stop with the play. Say. Let's move on. Dogecoin, Chainlink, and 3 altcoins primed to catch fire, according to crypto trader Aaron Arnold, AA, right? Let's see what AA is saying. Dogecoin, Chainlink data play. Dogecoin, I'm playing Dogecoin. I got in. Why? I got into Dogecoin because what's his name? All these companies are hedging their bets on it, like Robinhood. Their entire IPO says that they're so dripping in Doge that Doge is their weakest portion, right? So here's a play. This is what you got to understand about IPOs. I'm only understanding this over watching them being in the options market, right? When a company says that they have a problem, i.e., when the company Facebook got into their IPO, they said their biggest problem was mobile and that they weren't in the mobile sector, and that was a big problem for them. So they basically had people running away because nobody wanted that. So they got the retail investor out because all you heard on the news is, oh, they're weak with mobile. Oh, they're weak with mobile. Shaking out the market, manipulation, just like in Bitcoin, shaking out the market. And I saw this. This is why I got out of the option market. I was like, oh, this is some bullshit. So I was like, oh, okay, I see how this plays. All right. So they did that. Next thing you know, Bitcoin announces their app after the options expired. And then boom, it blows up, right? Goes up. And then, so I noticed that news can be a heavy manipulator. I mean, we knew this, but when you're in the trade and you feel the burn and you're getting screwed by it, because I was thinking Bitcoin's going to go, not Bitcoin, that Facebook was going to go up, but they kept running the narrative that, oh, they're bad on mobile, scaring me out of it. Because I'm in an option, not in a stock where I can hold forever. Right? I'm making a bet in a very timed window, and I'm taking a real big bet because I have to pay more to hedge my bet for a longer view, right? I've got to put more time on it, I got to put more money on it. If you do a short option or the 30-day option, you're paying a high fee, but it also isn't over a long term, so you're not putting more up betting on the long picture, right? There's not more at risk. You're just playing a short-term play on news. Popular crypto. All right, so he's saying that in a new video, the host of Altcoin Daily, that's who Aaron is. Okay, I know exactly who this is. All right, AA, I know who you are. Yep, that's why I call you AA. All right, yeah, I knew the name sounded familiar. Altcoin Daily, Altcoin Daily. Damn, I can't talk. Dope content. Some of the times that I'm finding things and I can't even get it to you fast enough is because they are on it. So he says Mana, that's Decentraland. Again, real estate play, long-term store play, media play, virtual reality play, augmented reality play, NFT play, like so many plays in Decentraland that it's ridiculous. Again, I'm in the video game space, have been in the video game space because of Second Life. So I'm coming at this a whole different level. I made over 130 something thousand per year in Second Life. Per month in Second Life. Linden in Second Life. When you converted it from the exchange, which is 266 to 1, it ended up being around 400 and something, $500 converted, right? And I told my business partner that when Second Life became when real life became like Second Life, the world's gonna change. Blockchain made that shit happen. Why? Bitcoin, a digital currency, is worth way more than the US dollar. By leaps and bounds, it's worth more. Now think of it this way. If I got like the last Bitcoin run, I got my money paid to me from my clients in Bitcoin in the summertime. So like literally, I'm telling you, summertime, I'm still gonna be doing my show, but I'm gonna be behind the scenes earning crypto. Because if I earn even $100 for doing a design for somebody, $100 in Bitcoin, that's not $100. That's $100 the day I did it. It's not $100 4 months later. Dig me. All right. That's what I'm working with. If I get paid in US dollar, I'm paid in US dollar. My groceries are way more by the time I use that. So let's say I use it 4 months later. One, I'm not earning interest on it. That's worth a damn. And two, it's not appreciating in value past my inflation cost of living. So I would rather earn my currency in crypto, or if I do get it in fiat, immediately move the fiat into a pegged stablecoin, USDC, and then put it into my robot and let my robot trade it and earn interest on Bitsgap. Right? Coinbase. I'll put it in here and stack. Hey, let's close this bot down. Let's pop another 100 on top of that and run the bot again. Or hey, let's go back to my bot profit here and see who's done the best for us for the lowest amount. Let's see, 14, 19, that's a 3%, 6 and 8, 5 and 6, 2, all right. So my biggest margin really is still a 2, like right here. GNT still got us a decent window. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 5% gap. So I could stick another $100 on top of that, right? That's the business model I've been thinking for myself, because I started using new tools, giving me new strategies. The thing is, you got to start using these tools. If you don't use them, then you have no extra strategy. You have nothing else. But I want to bet on coin, bet on coin, bet on coin. Dude, over the long term, you can't bet that good. Look, I'm just saying, come on. We're in a different type of cycle. This cycle spikes, this cycle dies, the cycle stretches across a multitude of years, and then we have a halving cycle, and then the next cycle starts. This cycle will be over by December. November, really, I'm out. Like end of November, this cycle's over. Might spike a little bit first week of December, but I'm not taking the risk. I'd rather just be out and not deal with the fluctuations and just have a holly jolly, whatever the hell we want to call it, rating the people. So yeah, mana, we talk about a decent, like, again, notice what I do when I talk to y'all. It's not about pumping coins. My narrative is I'm talking about real estate and data. That's what I've been talking about over and over. Because a media company, I need both. I need real estate to place my stuff on, videos, music, audio, graphic. All of that goes on someplace to be stored. That means somebody's got to be paid for that to be there, and there's some mechanism of exchange needs to happen for somebody to stream my shite, and maybe I get paid somewhere in that. I've got to figure that means, and that's why you have to hunt the coins that help your business. So mana helps my business long term, hence why my robots trade mana in multiple styles. Am I not holding mana here? Yes. Am I not holding mana there? Yes. Am I not holding mana anymore? Right? No. Kind of like how I'm doing with ADA. BTC, ETH, USDC. Multiple pairs. I want more of this to hold, but I'm also getting more percentages. Right? And if we just refresh this so that it's just the base code or the base, sorting that comes with it. These are the last runs I had. And even the average daily for this one is still through this crappy season that we've been in, the session, not season. So far, the session of this season, like this bracket for the last month, has been crappy, but it's still been earning. It ain't zero. 0.15, 0.48, 0.17, 0.07. That's still an ETH play. Still getting me something. And then, of course, the bits of Bitcoin, right? Bits. 17, 0.32, 0.15. These are all zeros. This one's close to a 1%er. Over long term, man. We've got to look at our businesses so different and think about these data plays, right? So like I was saying, why am I also in Doge? Doge is getting ready to connect with parachains. And when they connect to parachains, that's going to make Doge have Doge exchanges and Doge NFTs and a whole Doge architecture. And since I got to understand one thing, and you and I will always have to deal with this, when you are dealing with an army, follow the army. XRP has an army. They have had a true, the die hard, the dirt. You cannot go at them. That is an army. Do not go against the mass, especially when they're that evangelized. All right. Also, who has an army? Doge has the Doge army. You cannot go against the Doge. I don't care how I felt about it. It doesn't matter. But when they start putting practicality as a business model, and then there's NFTs and there's all these other things, and okay, we'll hold some, watch for the pump. Everybody's running into it, but I'm going to let that go at the end of the year. Like I said, everybody is on Doge, and in the run, in the data for the market, Robinhood said that is their weakness. And since it is their weakness, they are going to make sure that their weakness does not pull down the rest of their stock. So they will evangelize Doge, and Doge will be fine. So they have an invested interest. When you see a corporation has the invested interest in making something successful, then you just ride and piggyback off that. And there's 2 billionaires sitting with that thing too. That is Elon Musk as well as Mark Cuban. So you just ride with the money no matter how the hell you feel about it if you're trying to make your percentages. At the end of the day, as a investor, my job is to make sure that the assets make more money, not less. And when you see opportunity, regardless of how your emotions feel, like I feel that those are crappy ass coins, it don't matter. It don't matter. If they have interest, if people are interested in it, there is ways to make money. Even if I didn't believe in it, I could trade it on the back end and put a USDT pair on it and earn percentages, which I'll probably end up doing. So Doge, Mana, Matic, we talked about all the time. Data, right? That's a data play. Layer 2 solution. Chainlink, data. eGold, Elron, transactions, data. So yeah, good calls. Definitely good calls. These are all plays we've talked about plenty of times because we see it in the news. Coinbase actively building crypto hub in India. Again, I told y'all this is a cold war of exchanges. Coinbase, Binance, this is a cold war of exchanges. Whose exchanges will be number one? Whose exchanges will have DeFi? Whose exchanges will have applications? Whose exchanges, blah, 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 blah. Same old. Equity strategists, portfolio managers share Bitcoin price predictions. It's a survey. Ooh. It's all over the place. Nobody is putting it at 100K. I am. Mm. Okay, so we'll see who's right at the end, right? We'll see who's right at the end. The guy that's been in his season, or these guys that are now the first year in their season and they really have no interest in telling you the truth. Dogecoin will ignite 58% breakout if it takes out crucial resistance. That's technical analysis. In the midst of manipulation, as you see, I'm not doing any technical or TA. There's no TA when manipulators are manipulating the market. When somebody can do this with $300 million and just dump staggeredly all the way down, then play a Bart Simpson head and do a cogwheel, then do a stairway to heaven slam and then hold the market down. When somebody can do that, technical analysis, nothing I see here matters other than what I systematically have seen over and over again. So that's the reason why you see I'm not really talking technical analysis. I'm just talking about patterns, past pattern analysis. I went from technical to past patterns to now because I'm looking at manipulation. So with that, I'm not really caring anything about any hocus pocus technical analysis. Bitcoin whales accumulate 60,000 Bitcoins in a day. I told you they're accumulating. They just hide it in the accounts I can't see. Bitcoin becomes one of the most sustainable industries this year. Yep, see? But they scare you out of it. Crucial catalyst to leapfrog Cardano to all-time highs. Cardano may be getting to 10 this year. We'll see. I got it early enough to feel good about myself. What is Thorchain? DeFi bridge for Bitcoin. Thorchain has been showing up on my radar. I actually have it on a page open. Hold on. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you that I'm not even BSing. This has been on my screen for weeks. See? I ran right over to it, right? That screen has been on my screen. I have not closed that thing for weeks because I need to do research on it, but I've been waiting for my entry point, which is this dip. I've been waiting for this dip to look at some of those profit margins. I'm just waiting to see if we form into a deeper one so I can get a little bit more schnitzel. I'm noticing that we might be coming down. Hold on, let me look on the 3-day. Yeah, we look like we're going into positive sentiment territory, which does not make me happy to get the deals. So I may need to go ahead and pull the trigger today and just call it. Right. So that might be what go down. We're going to see. I'll look tonight. So, yeah, Thorchain is definitely on my radar. Largest ever crypto heist involving $3 billion in missing BTC takes an unexpected twist. Don't know what that is. Don't really care. Whatever. Ethereum could blast off into stratosphere due to these 4 catalysts. It's going to anyway. The burn is coming. The burn is coming. So I'm not really worried about Ethereum. I know Ethereum's going to do just fine. What the ReEvil ransomware attack means for Bitcoin, yes, watch your wallets, watch your browsers, make sure your browsers are up to date, and make sure you don't just put your wallet into anything. Bitcoin. Oh, and also be careful what you install on your machine, especially any hacked software, because now these people are coming after your wallets to try to get access to that stuff. So just be careful. Bitcoin supply shock now in play. Okay, let me explain something to you. Bitcoin, according to what I've been hearing, because of course news is talking about it, but kind of keeping it under wraps. Here's what I've been hearing, and I've been hearing it from some decent sources, and that is the fact that right now on exchanges there's a shortage of currency, and that soon that's going to cause, once people realize that there's no way for you to buy the amounts you want to buy, the price will make a immense run. Again, what do we expect? And I'm saying that this brings us potentially right back all the way up into bouncing into the zone. This one brings us here. This one brings us to 75. This one brings us to 100,000. That's kind of where I'm feeling. Don't know if it's going to play out that way, but I figured I'd just give you my feelings, right? Because I'm not a financial advisor. How can I be? We're all playing this game at the same time, so I can't give you a financial advice. But what I can see is what I see. So let's see if they're talking about the same thing. Emerging on-chain analyst, Will Clement says he's closely watching the activities of two types of Bitcoin investors as BTC continues to trade above 30,000 level. He tells his 129,000, they always love to sit there and say how many Twitter followers these people got, that a supply side crisis may be on the horizons as investors with strong hands or with little history of selling pounce onto BTC amongst this bout. Okay, in other words, everybody who's been buying Bitcoin ain't selling till the end of this year. So they're buying right now because, as you and I all know, or if you don't know, now you know, Bitcoin broke up here, went to higher highs, and started playing within a channel. In my description, you'll see I have sentiment analysis training. You can see how I draw these blue and purple lines. Purple are monthly lines for where we had consensus on a month or sentiment, and the blue lines are weekly lines, using the weekly, using the monthly, and just drawing lines. It's very simple. But with this, we get some data. We get to see where battle lines are being drawn. And when we see something like this, this is a zone that says we think that we need to stop here and take a moment break. Let's chill and verify this is where we want to be. Yes, okay, let's go higher. Let's chill because I think we're done. Hold on, let's go back and make sure we were all right about this. Are we okay? Yes, we like this number. We like this zone. We're staying in this zone. We formed enough legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. That's not really a leg. That's what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. So we've now proven ourselves having a stable foundation to now say, let's go and build a new support system to bounce back off of. That will be this play here will bounce us back to support before we break out to bounce back down to break back out. It's just how this crap has to play, and it's annoying, but it's just how it has to play. It's the cycle. So when people are talking about what they know about BTC and the supply side and how much, they do understand supply and demand. There's only 900 Bitcoin mined a day, and only 2 companies are buying that all up. You can't even get that. It's all over the counter now. There is no new Bitcoin, y'all. There's no new Bitcoin coming. The last Bitcoin's not mined till 2140, y'all. 2140. Meaning that Bitcoin is one of the most scarce assets on the planet, and people are going to buy new hardware to mine it next season. Because it's going to be another halvening in 2024. That means they're going to be making even less than they're making now, but Bitcoin will be more than what it's worth now when the halvening happens. It's how it runs. It's how it plays, and how it will continue to play so long as Bitcoin is the #1 coin. Over time, this will stop. So, yep, supply, that means we might get a bump up in price. We know it's coming. We know now they're priming for it. The news is coming. Bitcoin Cash payment processor evolves, adding URL shortener. All right, so Bitcoin Cash. All right. I mean, I have some from when Bitcoin split. I've been just holding on to it, so whatever. You give me more, it's gonna get more important. Great. Crypto asset that surged 47 million% this year may become a surprise player in Ethereum ecosystem. Dogecoin, huh? And Shiba Inu. Interesting. Yeah, they're both getting those parachains and all that other stuff. So, yeah, we'll see. U.S. SEC Commissioner says Bitcoin ETF approval long overdue. I've been telling y'all they keep dangling the ETF to the SEC is one of the largest manipulators of markets on the planet. And what they do is they'll say, we're going to do something. And then what they do is they pull away the ETF, causing the market to drop. So they basically keep playing with this. So they'll keep saying that we're long overdue. We'll see if we get one this year. I'm not holding my breath. But if it does, it's only going to be a contribution to the fact of Bitcoin going up. Bruh. This thing goes up because it's only 21 million of it. And no new Bitcoin is going on the market. It's being bought up. So, yes, we're waiting to see what happens. This is either going to help pull the market down in certain portions or run it up when we need it. But remember, in November, this thing goes down. Platform boosting new altcoin projects has delivered massive 1,154% returns to crypto holders, according to Binance. Yes. Binance Smart Platform, again, the Cold War of the exchanges, Chinese exchange that has a crypto smart contract is in competition with the other smart contracts for space. Binance says it's crypto crowdfunding platform, so being able to crowdfund, remember I told you software being outside of the old norms will get investment a different way. This is how it's coming now. The DAO is the new corporation. Since 2019, Binance Launchpad, the crypto exchange's token platform. So now, there you go. If you're looking for new things that might pump, that's where it is. Distributed 57.8 million worth of crypto assets from 23 projects, which are now worth 725.2 million, representing 1,154% returns. The Binance Launch Pool, the crypto exchange's staking protocol, again, another way to make money is staking, which was introduced September 2020, after DeFi summer. The platform distributed 85.30 million worth of crypto assets across 17 projects. Token, Binance. Launchpad tokens have been layer 2 solution, Matic, eGold, WRX, Axis, INJ. Alice, Alpha, Reef, I've seen that, Lit, and Unfi. So, yep, told you. These platforms that have software are the next revolution. The next Microsoft, the next Apple, the next Google, right? What applications are sitting on these platforms earning money and potentially percentages? Bitcoin mining profitability to rise 35%, while Chinese quote-unquote Chinese miners face quote-unquote delays. I'm putting the quotes up. Relocating. They don't have delays relocating. Only people that are having problems are the smaller ones that couldn't do it in time. They weren't part of the infrastructure. Crypto whales pounce on Bitcoin and sudden buying spree as users' growth shatters all-time highs. Told you, Glassnode, the software we use to keep an eye on them. Telling you, those 100K wallets are buying up stuff. Virtual real estate takes off with backing from billionaire Mike Novogratz. Telling you, real estate, virtual, high revenue. Wealthy and highly educated investors are buying 2 altcoins over Bitcoin. Let's see what they are. New report. Let's see. Only XRP and ETH. XRP, ETH, Litecoin, XML, EOS. Smart coins. Crypto traders bullish on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, excuse me. Let's see, and said 2 other assets. Let's see who else they got. There we go. Solana, data play, right? I keep telling y'all. We talk about the same damn things. We keep running into the same pools, right? Keep running into the same pools. So we've got to understand the data is where you need to be. I'm just reiterating it because even the AI knows now and is showing me the news that does it. Bitcoin witnesses historic drop in mining difficulty rate. Come on, guys, come back. It's time to come back. It's time to come back. You can make more money. Profitability's back. They're coming back. They're turning on. We already saw that. We proved it, right? Boom. Come back, guys. Come back. Come back. Okay. They're coming back. And that was, like we said, 2 days ago. Yeah. On another page, 2 days ago. Come back. See? Enterprise adoption will trigger $1 billion surge in 2 altcoins. Let's see. Comp. Yep. That's an interest-bearing one, so that's DeFi. And that's all the C coins. Like I told you before, CETH, CDAI, CUSD. I showed you on the exchange. I said, look, as you're going down, what money is being put into certain things. CUSDC. That's compound. CETH. CDAI. Those are all compounds. Holding market cap. Market cap. Any more C anything else? Don't think that's it. I think that's all the C's. And those C's have top placement on the top 100. See? So, again, that news absolutely makes sense. That comp, is getting that much that money is moving into that direction. And what's the other one? The second altcoin is Swope's list is Unibright, UBT, which helps develop enterprise blockchain solutions. I can look into it. I haven't heard of them, so I might look into them and see what's going on. I mean, some business blockchains are interesting. Crypto millionaire says he's giving away $1 million in Dogecoin. They're just trying to get Doge back into the news. They need some help. Obscure altcoin erupts 127% after sudden crypto shout out from Elon Musk. Who did that? Doge again? Released the Doge? Oh, of course. Is that the only thing? Doge, and baby Doge. Okay, so it's Doge and baby Doge type beats again. Whatever, he's still pumping bullshit. He's still pumping his things. He's still pumping what he's interested in. I mean, what is what it is, right? We can't do nothing about it. Manipulation is manipulation, right? Mizuho, not Mitsu, there's no T. Mizuho. Securities analyst issues crypto winter warning. Notice how the word crypto winter, since I've been saying crypto winter, has been really becoming the lexicon word. Because I've been talking about crypto winter, like, yo, this crypto winter is coming, and then next thing I know, everybody starts saying, it's like one of those things where it becomes part of the lexicon once it starts being said. I may not have been the first one, but I was like, I feel like I am. That might just be pride in me. Flare unveils plan to send... I skipped that because, yeah, crypto winter is coming, but it will come after November. We already talked about that. November, December, it crashes, and then it drops down. February, it bounces. March, April, it bounces again. And then crypto winter is in full effect. Then it dips again in November. Because this is how it plays. Top Trader says that, Flare protocol. This has been showing up on my radar a lot, and I think it has to do with XRP. And again, send 1 million Spark tokens to XRP holders. So again, airdrop. So I am holding my XRP, waiting for all my airdrops. I'm gonna move them to certain wallets and get them ready. Because again, like I said, I got back into XRP just because I now know it's a programming language. It's got ways to program, so why not? Top Trader says this group of altcoins poised to massively thrive in the next Bitcoin crypto bull run. See, we're already talking about the next run. Atom, Cosmos. Yep, I have some of that. Thorchain, Rune. We talked about that just now. AKT, Akash. That's the Amazon Web Services thing I told you about. The hardware. Told you about that months ago. I've been getting into that. VPN, decentralized VPN, Sentinel. That's one I need to get into. I love that. Need to get into that because I like anything separate. Ion Injective Protocol. We saw that already. Kira Network. That's something new I haven't seen. An omni-chain decentralized exchange, DEX, Swift Chain, Error1. All right, so there's some interesting plays there. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into some of those. See if I can put those links when I get through if I remember for the Discord. Bitcoin and Ethereum supply dropping on major exchanges. Again, they're saying that their supply is dropping. What we know about supply and demand? If supply is dropping, it means demand will go up. And once demand goes up, what happens to prices? We may not even be holding prices too much longer if I keep seeing the news like this. I've got to make a decision before I go to my meeting. Actually, I might need to make a decision. Or I might need to wait. Oh, this is hard. Because I feel like we still have one more week for shakeout before we begin to have. But I'm seeing news as if this is too far down and they want to bring this back up. So, we'll see. Anna says crypto traders are sleeping on one altcoin as the final leg. Wait, which coins did he say? Oh yeah, we saw those. Okay, just want to make sure. Final leg. Which crypto is he talking about? Litecoin, XRP. See, this is the same terms over and over. Cybercrime thrives in a cashless economy. Burger, boogeyman. The boogeyman cometh. Hide your wallets. Venezuela to slash 6 zeros from its currency to facilitate payments. Venezuela has a Bitcoin problem. Not a Bitcoin problem, but they have a money problem because as we talked about hyperinflation, right? We talked about it back in this video. They were on my radar. See what happens? Hold on. Let's go back. Give me a second. In this video, where is the hyperinflation video? Manipulation. Blockchain. Here it is. This one. I'll talk about hyperinflation in this video. And then here we go. Now, because of hyperinflation, the same person I was talking about would have a Bitcoin issue is trying to reduce its problem. But you're not going to reduce it without getting some more crypto rolling for yourself. Because your money is no bueno on the boulevard. Had to make big payments in boulevards. Like, yeah. So they're trying to slash zeros. We'll have slash 14 zeros. Are you serious? Hold on, wait a minute. Where did I just go? This is not the first time Venezuela will have taken such a merit. In fact, citizens have already gone through this process twice. The first event happened in 2008 and it slashed 3 zeros. It would slash 6 zeros. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That you gotta cut zeros from your revenue. This is what I was telling you. See, I saw news about this. Robinhood says Dogecoin generating a huge portion of the crypto revenue. Issues a warning on market volatility. So basically, they're like, look, we're holding so much Doge, and they got so much interest. It made us so much money that if it doesn't go up, we're really at risk. But again, we know it's going to go up when Bitcoin goes up. So it's one of those bullshit. It's one of those things that they want more Doge. They're trying to keep people out. State of crypto inside the NRCC's plan to accept crypto donations. See, donations are coming. Again, scarcity, right? So now you don't even just have just humans buying Bitcoin. You have countries buying Bitcoin. You have things like MicroStrategy, a corporation putting Bitcoin on their ledgers, on their books, right? Then you have, I said countries are buying it. And now you have not-for-profits, right? Getting ready to put it on their books. These are all entities buying cryptocurrencies, making it even more scarce, y'all. Again, it's a scarce. Some of these are scarce assets. What is Bitcoin Mining Council, and what should it become? The Bitcoin Mining Council is the first shot across the bow at trying to, basically, they're going to begin to monetize the manipulation now. They're going to make agencies and have, lobbies and all this stuff. They're going to do what they always do, like they did with the internet. Like, understand what happened with the internet. The internet was free. The internet was this amazing thing. And then the internet got bought out. Well, right now, companies need money and they have technology, and the companies will get bought out. These companies happen to have cryptocurrencies now, so at least we're in on the jugs a little bit. It's just a matter of holding and buying the right ones that actually do things, not just have hopium attached. So this council is the first voyage into the lobby, into the whole, the 1% having everything again. Bitcoin back to 42,000, nearly recovering all of Wednesday's losses. I don't think that's a real statement. And our mission, strategy, and culture. Oh, this is old stuff, right? 4 days ago. Stable coin shakeup, not worried about that. They're scared of USDT. USDT is a foreign coin or an international coin. And of course, it's going to shake up or scare people because it's not a USDC controlled by America. Again, I keep telling you, this is all a Cold War. Binance has a coin. Binance's coin is BNB. An exchange has a smart contract and a coin. This is all about real estate, even digital ones. So when you see this is USDT Tether, is because, again, it's a shot across the bow. We don't want your coin that we don't control or know everything that we want to feel comfortable in our BS. No, let's use the USDC coin. Again, I show you with the robots that is exactly what we trade on Coinbase. Our pairs are in USDC, not USD, which is the fiat, but the coin that is the pegged digital version of it. That coin is going heads up against this one. This one we don't control. That one is controlled. So this is the boogeyman, even though it is kind of scary because it's typically not tied to what we think it is. But I don't give a damn. I'm going to hold what I can, and then I will move whatever I need to into other coins down the line. So USDC, or like I said, I'll buy back my crypto at the bottom and then just hold it. And again, just trade the pairs and ride them up. 5 things we learned from the congressional Bitcoin hearing. I don't care. And U.S. Senators advise buy, hold, save Bitcoin for retirement as Congress floods economy with trillions of dollars, debasing your currency. What we've been talking about. Okay, here we go. We got some new news, and then we'll look at business. Virtual currency becomes the top priority for FinCEN amid ransomware attacks on various. So virtual currency. They're going to try to attack virtual currency. Let's see if you can attach distributed currency, right? That's a whole nother word. Good luck. These 4 crypto assets are primed to erupt in July, according to Trader. We already did this one. That is dude from Altcoin Daily, and I gave you Cardano, ETH, Link. This is probably Solana or one of the other ones, right? We already did that one, so we know that one already. Here's the worst case scenario for Bitcoin this month. Plan B. You're not really somebody I care about. Actually, let's not do that, and let's just read it and get it out of here. On-chain analysis said current crypto group of Bitcoin buyers can't sustain trillion-dollar asset alone. Y'all don't listen to these idiots. Again, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And Foundry's Mike Collier on U.S.-China mining rivalry and why clean Bitcoin makes no sense, because there is no such thing as clean Bitcoin. Bitcoin's cleaner than every other industry on the planet. And it only makes up a point whatever percent. Now, if you look at lithium and you look at car industry as far as rubber from tires, and if you look at the rubber for wiring and all the other stuff and the parts and the machines that have been compacted and thrown into landfills, and let's look at that, right? Which industry is dirtier than what? It's all semantics at this time. They just bullshit. So let's look at the business. I want to check out business if I pulled anything. I don't think I grabbed any business news during the weekend. I did grab a couple things. Remote workers are moving out of big cities, but not to the Midwest. Yeah, everybody's moving out of these cities. So what does that mean for me? I understand that remote work's going to be big, but I also realize that companies are going to lower their salaries for you moving out of the city that you were hired in, meaning that you're now in a different tax bracket and tax place, and rent is different. So they're going to give you lower money if you went to a cheaper place. And they're also not going to give you more money if you move to a more expensive place. That's on you. So most people are going to move to a cheaper place. But what they do is they then reduce your salary based off of the title for the zone that you're now living in. But people didn't catch that one, right? So now what's happening is now the how much you make is lower. Some people are doing well with it, depending on the industry and how much you were making before. But some people, if you were barely, living above inflation pricing, then you're probably having a little bit more time as time settled through. And people are noticing that now and coming back and saying, hey, I need more money. And the company's like, well, you moved out. So Target closing San Francisco stores early in response to theft and safety concerns. Lots of people have been evicted. We've been talking about that. And with that happening, there's going to be a lot more thefts. So again, physical issues, revenue, disposable income, right? I'm looking at a business and saying, okay, can I sell t-shirts? Like regular old t-shirts for $20 a shirt? I'm not really looking at that as a possibility. Let's look and see what's going on with real estate, right? No, I don't have anything new. They're printing stuff. I already saw that already. Okay, so let's look on your business, right? Let's look at the AI, see what they found here. Help your employees who are anxious about returning back to the office. Yeah, people don't want to come back to the office, and people are quitting. Best Buy on walking the talk, blah, 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 blah. Close that. Don't care. Just skipping through some stuff for those of y'all. Healthy cash flow, the most crucial element for sustained growth. Yes, having passive residual cash flow. How is your money going to be coming in as a business? Leverage your power as a job seeker and ask these 7 questions. Leverage your power as a job seeker by making sure you have the titles in your resume that matter in the next 2 to 3 years. So, do you think that blockchain being on your resume matters in the next 2 to 3 years? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, then make sure that you are doing things in the cryptocurrency space that determine that you are in it. So again, I would be looking in your local neighborhoods or local cities, states, whatever, and I'll be looking for companies that have jobs and availabilities open for services you can render. So if you are in the design business and graphic business and web hosting business, website business, you don't need to know blockchain to get a website up for them. Right? So some of these industries will be looking for clientele and employees, and they'll have the capital and will pay you in crypto. So just remember that. How to market skills from an entry level. Again, making sure that you have the skills that matter for new fields. These are the stocks to own the second half. What stocks is Goldman saying you should have? Ford, a car company, CVS Pharmaceuticals, Intel, a chip manufacturer having a hard time right now with printable chips, and they have to go to GPUs, right? Already a saturated market. And AT&T, who's been losing the battle in the communication wars to internet for years. And they had the iPhone first, and basically they don't matter, right? This is what the assets in the stock industry people tell them these companies to do. Do you see any problem here? I see plenty. I see car companies falling away. I see I see that here. I see the way that we purchase cars, they just get delivered. So I see that there's a change in that. And then there's a bunch of recalls, and I want my car to just drive, and I really don't want to drive no more anyway. CVS, I can just order my medicines online and get it delivered to my house, so I really don't need to go into your place to do anything, unless I really need to just deal with getting a blood test or piss test or something for a job or something. But other than that, what real purpose do you serve for me? I don't think you serve any, so this really could be a smaller business that you just walk in and out of, and that's it, which I think we already have those. Intel, right? Intel, they're in chips. Chips are now printed by RISC chips, right? The RISC-V chip is now being printed and manufactured. So you now have the whole market there. You now have to try to get into the GPU market, the whole video card market, which is a gaming market. So you're trying to get into gaming now because you can't get into servers as well as you could anymore. And we don't need you as much because, we're going to ARM chips. ARM, low-powered chips. You are losing to low-powered chips. So you don't matter as much anymore. Moving on, AT&T communication. We don't communicate on phone. That's what you were, right? A phone company? We don't communicate on phone like that. We don't need your wired phone anymore. Now that we can get any service we want, and don't we think that's going to be data driven? You don't think it's going to be Wi-Fi, 5G? You're going to be calling people on some app rather than a telephone number in the future? You might just be calling somebody's wallet. So yeah, I don't think that this business, the hardline investment business for businesses, is going to be functional the old way. Teenagers aren't taking all the jobs anymore. No, who's taking the jobs? Teenage employment in June dropped. Workers in industries are largely staffed by teenagers, like restaurants are hiring more and putting in higher wages. Can businesses with scarce margins, who's going to pay for that? Who's going to win when you have to pay more for an employee, when you have to pay more for rent, when you have to pay more for manufacturing the food? I'm in this industry with my girl. So the food costs, she has to pay more in food, right? So when she pays more in food, she has to deliver that to the customers. Now, if she's not grinding out herself, she's got to pay an employee, so now she's got to pay the employee's help. But the employee needs more money, so now she's got to pay the employee more to be able to be there. Then that cost has to go where? Either she eats it or the customer does. But if she feeds everything to the customer or dumps it all on the customer, then she loses the customer because she's out of price contention. See? It's a game that inflation costs everyone. And when you keep printing money, which the government keeps doing, well, this is what happens. But this is also about automation and about a transition that's happening from analog to digital. All things are going digital. Everything that was analog has gone digital. And now the last vestiges of human workforce and needing automaton human breathers is over. And we're seeing it. Do you really need all that office space? See? Talking the same talk. CMO of Roblox office. So let's look at real estate. I want to look at real estate real fast because I got to get ready for an event and I don't have anything new, right? Nope, mark all as red. Oh, I do. Cyberlink's facial recognition partners with Aces. This is single board computer. Oh, so I have no business stuff. All right. So yeah. All right. So that's all that information. Let me look at this. We have some news getting ready to launch July 31st. So we have some stuff getting ready to roll. June 9th, that is within a couple days, we've got Ethereum. We've got this testnet getting ready to roll. November, Bitcoin. June 23rd, testnet. June 9th, another 9th. Legal tender in El Salvador, so that'll be some more news. We got September, again, when we get ready to do that second pump run. Remember I told you September, there's going to be a run, right? September 30th, look at where this falls. I said there's going to be a run around the 27th, right? And what is this news telling us? Around the 30th, this happens, so this is going to catalyze and help the launch. This is why we use news. We don't use news to speculate. We use news to validate what's going on in manipulation. And these guys release their news knowing when things are getting ready to happen because it's systematic. This is just a game to them. Binance, get it? 24th, NFT marketplace launch. So the end of June, giving us June 24th, right? June 26th, June 24th. Run up. See, the news is heading into the cycle. June 30th, June 24th, that V-chain. I'm actually need to grab some more before it pumps. This is already pumping. And June 30th, we've got mainnet launch. So again, we've got some Pancake Swap. We've got Chainlink, Smart Contract Summit. So we've got a big thing happening in August. So some things are happening that'll cause this thing to pump up some. We gonna get a little bit of pump. But just remember, we do have a little bit of red in these zones, but I'll of course let you know when we get closer to those zones. We're still dealing with this one that we called, right? And seeing how we can play into that pool and play in that zone. So, I think we're going to be good. I think that's it for the day. What I'm looking at is digital is still going to be the way I play. I'm still going to be looking at the coins that can get me more. Again, I'm looking now, the bite-sized bites I want to grab up. For those of y'all that are interested, is I'm still buying up virtual currency coins. Anybody that's going to be playing in augmented reality, I already showed you what it was. I'm not telling you again. Starts with an O. So I am grabbing that up so long as it's under 0.005. I'll be grabbing that up just till I have a decent amount. I know that they're going to be doing some other stuff, but again, I'm not throwing everything at it. And I'm also going to be looking at some other plays for data. Solana, definitely some more Matic, and again, I got to look at like eGold and kind of check on some of these other ones. Again, a lot of these things are kind of expensive, and I can wait till the next dip when everybody's scared, right? When after November or December, when it crashes, I can start looking again. And again, remember, my hardware plays will start in a couple weeks. I'll have a few hardware plays that I will start filming once I get them in. I'm just waiting for them to be manufactured. And then I'm also looking at some more hardware plays to be able to get on this. Again, I'm looking for the AWS blockchain. Who's going to be the AWS blockchain? Also, VPN, that decentralized VPN play, going to start looking at that as well. I'll also leave those links in the Discord as I start doing the research on those. As we get closer to manufacturing our own software, because that's the big thing that we're doing at Toxic Hustle, one of the reasons we're rolling this out is we believe that we need to be on blockchain. We believe that because we know how much it costs to be on Amazon, and those costs are so much cheaper being on chain, especially when you're dealing with data and being able to have people manage your data and paying for that management. So there's things that we're going to be able to do with that, and that's what we're focusing on as we look at whose chain is going to reign supreme. Who is going to be there? And we're buying into Cardano to be able to get on that chain and to ride with it, because we kind of know that's where the US will hedge behind in time. In time, right? Because there's Binance. We know they're not going to go behind that. And then there's Ethereum, which we know has other people involved that the United States government looks side eyes at, which would be the Russian government. So even though it's in America, and even though we're staking it, and even though we're earning on it, we've got to realize, hey, baby, we just got to realize how this plays out, okay? So just remember, y'all, you're looking at virtual plays. You're looking at digital plays. Let those digital plays play out for you for any analog plays inside of real estate or inside of hardline companies that you want to invest in. Don't be afraid to invest in software, especially things like Photoshop or anything else that can get you to get some product that you can put on chain as potential NFTs in the next cycle. Well, not even the next cycle. Actually, you can be looking actually next year, right? When everything cools out, there's going to be another DeFi summer. And there's going to be a DeFi summer this summer. So just get ready. DeFi summer is now a thing, and it's going to continue to be a thing. Bitcoin still controls the water, so just get ready for the dip, like where it's ready seeing form. And y'all be safe out on these streets.